All right, so we should officially start the show.
We should, because the auction starts in 30 seconds here.
You rolling over there, Vinny? You got the things recording?
I think Vinny needs a drink.
Yeah. You know what? Why don't we start with that, and then we'll do our introductions and a little cheers and such. So, one of the laws, one of our permits, says that Vinny's given a victory over there. You have video of yourself?
No.
Oh, okay.
I am a test pattern, y'all.
You should do the cloudy snow instead of the color bars.
So when a bottle comes in that the seal is broken on or the tack strip's gone, we can't sell it at auction. Everything we sell has to be sold sealed and everything else. So we're not going to start there, Tom. Save that for later. Why are you always jumping ahead?
I'm dropping little teasers here.
So this is
That's a nice
bottle of early times, bottled in bond, distilled fall of 1952 and bottled in fall of 1956.
Effect,
yeah, that's kind of how it comes normally. Cork was gone, seal was gone. This has to be sampled for science.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking that we try some of this just to take off the little edge of technological.
Why did it puff up
issues.
the film like that? Puff up? Did you see that?
Yeah, that was a little bit weird.
Science.
Got some glasses over there, Tom?
Yeah, I do. Should we introduce our segment with? Well, we'll do that later.
No, we got to say who we are.
The
We got
S&S
a lot of other
segment
things to
there.
do, so don't jump ahead. We have a 4-hour show today, so
I know.
right.
Ooh, look at the color on that.
Yeah, I know. Here, I'm going to hand it to you. You go ahead and
Okay.
pour yourself. I'm going to go. Wow, look at that. It's a 4-year, but it's pretty. Ooh, it smells nice too.
I think do we hit this one when it came in the door too?
You sure did.
I think you did. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
Give it the old ADHD whiskey swirl job. Vinny, you gonna get some of that?
Yep.
Please drink now, Vinny.
There's nothing I would like more.
I don't have any prescription pills to hand you. All I have is whiskey. So
Well, it seems like every time before we go live, something drops. Camera drops, stream drops. There's just a lot of moving parts.
so
putting
next
this
time
on.
let's shoot for an hour before the auction. How's that?
An
Okay.
hour. We were here since 11.
I got here at 9 this morning.
I was going to be here at 9,
your
but my
hungover ass came struggling in. You could
Yeah.
have gone live an hour early.
I could have. Well, I had intentions of being here 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning, so I can pregame.
You mean show prep?
Yeah, pregame show, not start drinking again, and my home life just wasn't going to let it happen. So
Yeah, you keep complaining about those wife and kids, but they're your fault.
yeah, guilty.
So anyway, he's already drinking over here. We don't get to do a toast. We don't get to do anything else.
That was that. I'm just making sure it's not poisoned.
Okay. So now we'll officially start the show, I swear. Today, I believe today to the day is our 1-year anniversary for
Is
Good
it?
Bottle
Yes,
Auctions.
February
I
23rd.
think so.
Yes. I think we ran on this exact day last year.
We need the poster, the little like no accidents since no accidents in 365 or whatever.
You're one.
I want to say to you guys, thank you and congratulations.
Yay,
Because
bye-bye.
we've been doing this for 1 year now, and it's going great.
Cheers.
Fantastic. Cheers to some dusty
Ting, ting,
early
ting.
times.
You can't see me because I'm a test pattern.
Why don't you throw a camera up there, Vinny, or is that dangerous?
We tried.
He's working on
We've
that.
tried.
He's working a brand new camera. I took it out of the package 2 days ago and
And it immediately shit the bed.
just
Pardon
wouldn't
me.
work today.
If anybody from Logitech there, customer service can call us, we'd appreciate it.
I am auctioneer Ryan Brecklin, and this is my partner Tom Selmont. We are the owners and the auctioneers at Good Bottle Auctions.
Hello, everybody.
And Vinny, who you can hear but you cannot see, is our everything around here. He is the graphics guy. He is the video editor. He is the cameraman. He is the customer service representative when you pick up your bottles. And we love you for it. Nice job, except for that camera.
That's
We
somebody
might be
probably in
hiring for
China.
his position, so if you think you're interested,
I blame that on somebody in China.
okay.
Logitech.
So the other thing, did you get my device up into the stream? Is that possible or no?
I'm trying. I'm working.
He's trying. Okay. So we did finally decide to name the show. We are currently streaming on Good Bottle Auctions YouTube. We're on Facebook as well. Did you connect to the Good Bottle app, Vinny? Are we live in the app?
Oh yeah, I don't think you are because there's no. Oh,
heavens.
view live. Now you are. Look at that.
Oh, we are perfect.
No video broadcast is not currently active.
So you got to start the virtual camera in OBS, and then you got to go into Good Bottle Auctions and act like you're clerking the sale and hit the video icon on the bottom right-hand side of the screen. So I think we need a great big flow chart for the future so that we can get all these streams live and get them running. But people are probably in the app right now going, where the hell are those guys?
Yeah, or they're like, oh, thank God they're not on anymore.
You know, I got positive feedback from at least 3 people who watched and listened last time.
Definitely positive feedback. I'm not. There's no regrets. There's a lot of fun, and it adds a fun element to it. The bidding is underway. Angels Envy cash strength is it's at 170, and there's just mention too that the lots are closing every 15 seconds. If someone bids in the last minute, I think it re-ups it a minute. So just a interesting little tidbit there.
I should probably show you the show map, Tom, so that you can see when I plan to talk about all this stuff.
Oh God, where's your little teleprompter you bought?
The teleprompter is in the other room.
You didn't get that fired up for today too?
It's for like recording videos or like doing a news broadcast or whatever. That's how I did the explainer videos.
Yes, those are good. And if anybody, if you're waiting for your lot to come up, go to our website. Those are live, right?
What's live?
The explainer videos.
They are on our YouTube. No, I don't know.
Facebook.
They're on
Facebook as
Facebook
Reels.
Reels. That's
Okay.
it for now. We were
Okay.
working all week to get those things up. So if you're new here, if you're just watching, what we did was we legislated for a permit in Connecticut to create Good Bottle Auctions.
So we've had a year's worth of auctions, but just know there was about at least 2, probably 3 years of back and forth with legislators and the Connecticut Liquor Commission and everything else. All great people, by the way. But they don't make it easy to do business in this state.
So what they did was, we were successful and grateful and thankful to have the permit created, and we found that it only allows us to run 4 times a year. So right now we're running 4 times a year. We can do 3 days on each event, and we've asked them to maybe relax it so that we could do 12 auctions a year and run monthly, and we hope we can, and we'd like to do that for you. But it's been a hell of a journey. We've met some fantastic people. We've done some fantastic events, and drank some fantastic whiskey as well.
Oh my God, we're on the app now too.
We're on the app.
Oh,
We're
about
live.
time.
Thanks, Vinny.
Let me check. Let me check on my phone. Let's see. Is going to get double, triple feedback here? Oh, that's kind of cool. Hey, everybody. Yeah, the Vinny
Vinny's
color.
having another drink.
The Vinny color. Vinny, you're not supposed to finish the bottle here, bud.
That's
Yeah, now you got to work on your camera now.
yeah, like you don't have enough to do. So what we're doing today is we are watching the auction close live. We host a number of different types of auctions. What we do is, in this case, this is called an online-only auction. And the computer closes the lots. Every 15 seconds, a lot is closing. And if it gets a bid in the last few seconds, it will extend the bidding on that. I think it's a minute or another
It's a
30
minute.
seconds.
It goes another minute. It's 15 seconds in between, and then if you bid in the last minute, it bumps it another minute.
We're already, and it's constantly closing 3 lots at once. So, like, we're on lot 30 right now, and we're only 8
We're on
minutes
30,
in.
and then ironically, 36 has only got 14 seconds. So they actually could close out of order, too, because if someone hits it in the last second.
Oh, crap.
Right.
There was something I wanted to bid on too.
People can kind of snipe bids, but they not really because it resets in a
Right.
minute. It's not like eBay back in the day where everybody jams their bid in the last
Right.
3 seconds, you know?
So some auctions close all the lots at exactly the same time, and when that's whatever it's at is where it's at. But this is more fun because you can kind of judge what you're buying as you get outbid or increase your bids. It allows you to basically maximize a budget. Say you have $1,000 and that's what your whiskey budget is for the day.
Day.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys.
I can't drink $1,000 of whiskey a day. Although I guess that'd be some fantastic whiskey.
You could buy $1,000
Yeah,
worth of whiskey a day. And also it allows you to kind of snipe some bids and score some deals as well as you're going through. So We also do live auctions as well, where we stand at the podium and bang the gavel and have an audience. We've done that a few times, but we're finding this to be the most effective format. Whereas there's 600 and something lots of whiskey today that'll close between now and just before 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock, we'll switch over and there'll be 85 lots of wine. And in the future, we can expand and increase those lots as more consignments come in and as we build the business. But it would be very hard for human auctioneers, or just two of them anyway, to run 600 lots or 700 lots in that time period. Because really, you can only effectively sell maybe 85 to 100 lots an hour live from a podium. But in this case, you're running 600 and something lots in 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah, we have
It's twice as fast.
We have over 1,000 bottles, 700 lots. So just so everybody understands why we can't run more. We run 4 auctions a year, 3 days. Oh, well, I run all 3 days. Well, we could handle the auctioning side. It's getting the bottles out to people for shipping.
Right. So
So
our cataloging department, we can expand and grow it as much as possible. But the shipping department, at a certain point, it takes so many weeks to get all those bottles out. So
I wonder if we had a program. I'm going to throw this out there on the line on the air. We run all 3 days. You allow us to defer shipment 1 month. We'll take $10 off your order or something.
it's not a bad idea. I mean,
That way we run all 4 auctions. We run all 3 days. We do 5,000 lots or whatever, and people just have to understand that we're not gonna overnight your stuff like Monday.
Question. Well, I mean, this is kind of on topic. Somebody in the YouTube chat asked, first time bidding here, how's the shipping work?
oh,
So-
okay.
I've done that, but what are the no states?
It changes every day, so read terms and conditions
Yeah.
on that
Okay.
one.
If you are in a state that is not ship friendly, please email us.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Shipping is $25 for the first bottle, $10 for each additional. There are some states that we do not ship to, and basically, you should read the terms and conditions. I don't even feel comfortable saying it on the air while we're doing this.
Yeah,
because
we're not going to go in too much in depth there. We want to ship to you. We want to go as obviously we want to sell the bottle to you. There's a couple Utah, for example, I know is a no, but it just send us an email. $25 for the first one, $10 for everyone thereafter. It's below cost. We're trying to hook everybody up here.
And also, a lot of our buyers pick up here. So we make that smooth and easy, which reminds me, we need to ask Tyler for the link for the pickup thing if you want to shoot him a text.
Yeah, I got to text him. He's at the CTFA crew is at a show in Springfield.
He means Connecticut Firearms Auction, which is our sister company, the first company that Tom and I started. We had met it's like 9 years ago now, something like that.
Something like that. You appraised my first large gun estate. I remember that.
And it wasn't very long after that, less than a year, that we did our first firearms auction, 2017. So,
Yep.
but we do have another crew. The crew from the firearms auction is at, the Springfield Outdoor Show. Springfield
Sportsman's Outdoor Show it's at the Big E in Springfield.
Massachusetts, Springfield.
Nice show, pretty big, great crowd there.
Oh, I went yesterday. I was the whole day there with Ezzy and Shane, and man, there was a lot of people there. It's so cool to connect with our customers because some of them already come in and buy and pick up, and we know who they are. You get to meet them face to face. It's nice.
Right. Yep. Met a lot of consigners there. They were all happy. They were happy to see us. Look, just all around good time.
I'm glad you asked the question about shipping because everybody always goes, "Hey, can you ship the bottles?" And yes, for the most part, yeah.
You started to talk about naming the show. I don't think you ever finished your thought there.
Yeah, that's right. got sidetracked. So, because we're live on the Good Bottle, yeah, we had to remember to get live on the app, our app.
Our app is live.
Yeah. So the idea here is that Good Bottle Auctions has its own channel on Facebook, its own channel on YouTube. Is that you, Tom?
It's working.
And that we also want to do a show that allows us to just explore our interests and things that we're interested in. So that's going to be titled Hazardous Material. It took us forever to come
I
up
like
with the
it.
name because we want to talk about guns. We want to talk about whiskey.
What was the first one we had that was really good?
You liked toxic intoxicated masculinity.
Intoxicated masculinity was, I thought, was spot on. I liked it.
There was a show named that, I think.
No,
was a
there was
single
one
episode.
episode by some dude in the UK, and I don't know. I'm still partial to that name, man.
In the alcohol industry, they encourage you to follow best standards and practices.
But the intoxicated part is referring to, masculinity stuff.
That would be toxic then. Intoxicated is from alcohol.
Well, I'm intoxicated with my masculinity.
You
I'm drunk on masculinity.
You definitely are. But with hazardous material, it kind of opens it up. We can talk about stuff that explodes. We can talk about guns. We can talk about booze.
we could, all right. We could talk about anything.
Well,
Just about anything.
it is when Tom gets on a rant about something or decides to pick up a topic, it's generally hazardous as well. And I don't know. I feel like you hold back on the show, and
I do hold back on the show, and I'm trying not to like piss you and Vinny off or this. I don't fear offending somebody, but I don't want to make any enemies either. So it's like
Well, I have some things that we can talk about today that, you know,
you gonna give it the old college try.
yeah, I got a few things. We're gonna go over some of the lots in the auction today. I've got some featured lots.
So Blanton's
It's Blanton's closing now.
Blanton's Gold sold $275.
Back there.
So I also, one thing I appreciate about the auction for whiskey is that people get a chance to actually find something they can't.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're paying more than retail, but where else are you going to get some of this stuff?
Right.
So, and it's and legally, mind you, you're not doing some back alley Facebook deal or some, Kenyan scammer or whatever.
Nigeria.
Also want to today just learn some more about strange things that we have. I think we have some very interesting liquids that came in for us to try today. And I use the term liquid because I don't even know what some of this stuff is.
Let me tease them here. Oh, here's one I liked.
What do you got there?
Cranberria, the original cranberry liquor.
Hold it up to the camera so they
Yeah,
can see it.
look at that. Well, it's certainly dark. There's some hair on the side of it here. Stuck to the tax.
I selected one too. Let me see what I got.
This looks. I might actually throw up if I drink this.
I have Coco Ribe, coconut liqueur.
Coco Reeb.
These are all dusty nips.
So a lot of stuff we get in is from estates, and they bring everything in, and there's treasure in there. There's obviously some really good bottles in there, and then there's other stuff. And we used to just throw them out, but we're like, wait a minute, this stuff's interesting.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of content in strange liquids, and we'll do that coming up in a little bit. What we should talk about a little bit is what's going to go on in the future. The immediate future for Good Bottle Auctions is that we are holding an auction June 1st, I believe.
June 1st, yes.
June 1st. We already have a number of great bottles in-house. There will be wine. There will be...
Oh, yeah. No, keep going.
Okay. There will be Dusties. In fact, I got a preview of a Dusty coming up in June. Look at this thing. I.W. Harper bourbon. This one is distilled spring of 58, bottled in spring of 63. Look at that label. That's crazy.
I'm trying. Is that like corrosion to the little bit of foil on it?
Yeah, it oxidized. The label oxidized. It's like, this is like a moldy Dusty.
But I.W. Harper back in its day was top notch, I think, wasn't it?
I think it's good. I've never tried one.
What's
But,
the
here, go
date
ahead and
on
take
it?
it. Just be gentle with it.
53?
Yep.
58 or 53? I think that's 58. Basically, it was bottled in 58, made in 58, barreled in 58, and then bottled in 63. So it's a
5-year-old.
It's a 5-year-old. This is probably their standard product or standard
Yeah.
expression here.
Check this one out.
Oh baby,
That is a big boy, and we left the dust on it for the shot here. But this
it's a thick one.
this old granddad, it's 86 proof, which usually the bottle and brown like brings a little bit more.
So, yeah, the 86 proof people seem to they always want that higher alcohol content for whatever reason, but
But this is a 175.
it's a 175. What would you even call that shape of that bottle?
A grenade?
Yeah, it's a big grenade. It's a
All right. So we got some old granddad. I'll just put that down there for later.
people are fighting over the blood oath.
Going down through blood oath. So we organized the auction by first name of brand, and then do it alphabetical.
I think that's working for us.
Or the commonly known
Right.
moniker.
Right.
Gentleman asks, is the $25, is that the buyer's premium?
All right. Good question. So $25 is the base shipping charge, $10 for each one. Buyer's premium is a percentage, 18% on top of what you bid. So if you bid 100 and you win, it's $118
Plus shipping,
plus
sales tax.
Sales
whatever.
tax. We hate it. Trust me, we're trying to make fixes to that, but the transaction happens in Connecticut. We pay Connecticut sales tax.
Mm-hmm.
There's one buyer who buys from us, is in California, and has a California reseller wine permit. He's the only person who's ever registered with us who can have the tax removed because he has a reseller's wine
Got to
permit.
get a reseller's permit. And there's not many reseller licenses out there to begin with. Well, there's retail stores, but there's
California, yeah.
yeah.
But
Ooh, the reserves just sold for $275.
the in Connecticut, a liquor store cannot, package store if you will, they cannot buy from us to put on their shelves.
Mm-hmm.
They have to buy within the 3-tier system.
Right. They could legally they could consign to us. We don't get that very often, but they cannot buy from us and then put it back on their shelves.
But we have people ask, they're like, "Hey, I have a sales tax number. Can you take the sales tax off?" And I'm like, "No, because you're not reselling it, right?
Right. Well, even
We're
the
selling
stores,
to end users.
right? Liquor stores outside the state don't typically. They can't resell. They can't resell in the secondary.
I like seeing these Brook Laddies right here going up the Black Arts.
The Brookladies.
They are 1990s editions, 25, 26, and 23 years.
25, 23, 6, and 5. Yep.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. I've tried it, but I've never owned a bottle. It's
Ooh, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection Vertical is hitting. It's $4,000 right now, $4,250 if you want it.
that's all of 2024 releases, all 5 bottles apiece.
Yeah, and I think one of them was real high on somebody's chart. Was it? I think it was a
Rare
George T.
17?
Stagg.
Stag.
It was a Stagg. Well, I think 2 or 3 of them were really high rated this year. The 24 year.
That's a good opportunity too to buy all 5 bottles. You don't have to hunt. Yeah, it's expensive, but you know what? You get them all. We ship them all
somebody
to
hit
you.
it. I knew
there you
somebody
go.
hit
Yeah, very nice. Just got a bid. Even those, you know what? I like these Buffalo Trace bourbon groups as well. These 4-bottle groups. Like, let's say you haven't tried those, or maybe you're having a tough
It's a
time
starter
finding them.
pack, you know.
It's a starter pack. You get them all in one shot. I love it.
The only thing I will say is it's hard for search. I guess you have to browse and find that one.
Yeah, there's some interesting functions. Did we get my device up, or is that still down, Vinny? Nothing. Well, there's some interesting functions in the app, and I feel like I want to explain some of it to people. The best experience for Good Bottle Auctions is to use the app. Download it in the Google Play Store. Download it in the iTunes Store. Everything that you need to do in terms of interfacing with us can happen through the app. Your invoice is available the second you win a bottle. The boilerplate might not be correct yet, but
That's a good note too. When you have your app, or if you log in through a computer, you're in your login. If you go out into your account, I'm doing it on mine just so I can show. It says account details. There's a little tab called billing. The invoice is right there, and you could pay it as you go, or if you want to say, hey, how much am I up to? I spent $400 today. Yeah, I'm all done. Or great, I can spend some more. So it's there. It's available.
you can also favorite any lot, It's hard to see, but there's a little star next to the photo of the bottle. You can star that lot. You hit it the first time, and it puts it into my favorites, my list. If you hit it the second time, it allows you to set reminders for yourself.
Yeah, I saw that. The Android's been doing that.
That is something they don't tell you.
They don't tell you. I discovered it the other day.
So I actually found it annoying because when I'm trying to unfavorite something, I have to hit the star, hit the slider, and then save it.
Yeah.
The one thing I will mention to the people listening too is when you search for something, it's you have if you search Buffalo Trace or if you search Blanton's Gold, it's not the search is not as broad as I would like it. So if it doesn't pull anything up, try searching a different way. Blanton's instead of with the apostrophe, just do put the apostrophe in or whatever.
That's a pain in the butt.
Vinny, you're still a color bar there.
Yeah, I expect to be a color bar this whole time.
All right,
Why don't you put a picture of yourself up there?
there you go.
Stock photo.
Stock photo. Put
Do a selfie right now and pop it in there. There,
Duck lips.
duck lips.
Oh boy.
Vinny Kardashian here.
We got more
Wait, no,
activity
I
in the
forgot.
chat. If you're following us on Facebook, if you're following us on the app or the web stream directly through Good Bottle, you can jump into the chat on YouTube. I haven't pulled up the Facebook one yet, but I'm going to do that now.
Vinny, you want me to email it to you?
Oh, I was going to say airdrop it to me, but you're one of those guys. Wait, no,
No,
get this.
I don't
Get
do.
this.
Yeah, use your Apple AI. See how well that works.
Get this.
What?
Oh, no one can see what you two are
I
doing.
like this. I like this one better because it's just very candid. It's just like, oh, hello, Vinny.
That's my RBF.
with the Mountain Dew in there.
The RBF.
RBF stands for?
Resting bitch face. On YouTube, Mr. Pitcher writes, born and raised in Connecticut here. I moved to beautiful South Florida in 2009. We have the best rules. None. First time buyer. Can I send you a label for my shipment? Prepaid.
No. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. However, we take full responsibility for our bottles. We insure our bottles, and we don't use anyone else's label because we're shipping alcohol. And the likelihood that you have an alcohol shipping in place, like we do, is slim. Even if you do, we got to handle it and take responsibility for it. So I'm not putting it on anyone else's label. It's just it's not like we're making money on shipping. We are losing money on shipping, mostly because of the labor and the time that it takes to put all these out there. But great question. Thank you. Glad you're here. My video, you're also monitoring the chat on Facebook too?
There is no
All right.
on Facebook.
Okay. That's fine. People can throw comments in.
Tyler wants to know when we're available for pickup.
So we will schedule the pickup. Our Tyler, who works at the Connecticut Firearms Auction, is hopefully going to get us the link for.
He's making it
the
right now.
calendar.
He wants to know.
What a guy.
That's why I figure we'll throw it on there so people know when they can come
Oh,
pick
okay.
up.
Our Tyler wants to know.
Yes.
So it'll be Monday through Friday, 10 to 4.
10 to 4. Yep. Perfect.
And bottles are easy, so I schedule people in 15 or 30-minute increments, I want to see what Vinny's...
For your picky pick.
Oh, I already sent. I emailed it to.
I don't have access to that right now.
Oh, okay.
There's
All
a
right.
lot of.
A lot of moving parts putting this broadcast on. My
no,
God.
it's like that puzzle where you can only move the one piece at a time.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
That's what it is. And, if Vinny knocks a Mountain Dew into the console, we're all screwed.
They're all capped. We're good.
We want to do 30-minute intervals for pickups.
Yeah, that's fine. That gives people
That's
plenty of
that's more than enough.
flexibility.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
wanna
yeah.
We can even do 20-minute if you really want to. So we just get them ready by the door there.
Yeah.
Well, I usually pull them when I know they're coming in the night before, so. Just
Yeah,
a matter of.
we like to make it fast and easy on you guys. And I'd say for the most part, people show up exactly on time.
Yeah.
But some people think that it's a window. So,
But you know what? Yeah, like you say, they're generally on point. So.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about alcohol is it's like we check your ID and hand you your stuff, and
Yeah,
life is good.
right.
It's not like a gun where you got to sit there for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it takes a while to transfer firearms. So I think we went over that. The easiest way to deal with Good Bottle Auctions is to download the app and use the app. Even if you're on the web right now or you're watching on another streaming platform, go and download our app. It is the fastest and easiest way. You'll get notifications there. We don't spam you out or make crazy notifications. It's like, hey, the auction's live. Hey, the auction's coming up. That sort of thing. You can register there. Put in basic information, your address, your phone number. We do authorize a credit card to validate your address.
The credit-
but it's $1 and it comes right back.
Yeah,
off.
it's $1 charge, and it's just to make sure you're really a person and not some scammy, like Chinese bot or something.
Why does it have to be a Chinese bot?
Because it's always a Chinese bot.
Oh, I got one from Russia yesterday.
You
asking
did?
me to
Yeah,
pay
Ru-
my tolls. I was like, damn, Uncle
Pay your
Vladimir's-"
tolls?
You know the scam where it's like, pay your Massachusetts. You
B-
got
b-
a
bill by mail or
right? Yeah.
or,
So I got something
oh,
from an email from an @mail.russia.
Oh, no kidding. Throw that on that bottle and we can move
Damn,
it out of the
Uncle
way.
Vladimir's war coffers must really be running low. They're trying to scam me.
Yeah. I feel bad for the old people who fall for those things.
Well, that's been on the news. That one's been really prevalent.
You know what I have
Yeah.
to actually let me add to that. The problem I see right now is my 11 and 9-year-old clicking on stuff that they shouldn't.
Oh, you let your kids use your devices. I don't know how you do that.
Well, the problem they have. Well, first off, it's kind of nice because it makes them read the screen, so they're practicing reading.
Yeah.
The problem is, you know how when you go download something free, there's a download button, but then there's a perfectly placed ad that says download here. So they just no, and I have. How do you teach somebody, whether it be a kid or an old person, what the real, what's BS and what's real or not?
Teaching my parents the same thing.
Right.
You raise them, you try to do right by them, and they rebel.
Yeah. So I'm constantly yelling at my in-laws. Don't click weird links.
Mm-hmm.
This actually, they follow fictional characters on Facebook
Oh, no.
and then repost stuff that isn't real, like AI generated people. My mother-in-law is constantly sending me AI generated photos of baby elephants where they like enlarge the eyes Disney style and the elephant looks cute and it says no one likes this poor baby elephant. Like and share.
AI is a game changer for people who are ignorant. We'll call it ignorant, internet ignorant. Let's say that, and it's okay. We get it. But man, AI pictures are they're rocking their world right now.
But you know what the wild thing is? Those are exactly the things when the internet first came into, its heyday in, like, let's say 97, the aughts, that our folks would be like, don't believe everything you see on the internet. And then they're the first person to be like, Queen Elizabeth is a lizard person.
Yeah, that's right. That years ago, my mother's, I give her credit because she's 82 years old, 81. She, internet came out in what, early 90s. And back then, she would not let me put a credit card in the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. My mom, too.
No way. They're going to steal our info. They're going to steal our house and blah, blah, blah. Now my mother's got the problem is she puts it in there too much. And she has to get a new credit card all the time, I think. I think she's done pretty good now. We got the virus protection, but the browser guard there.
That's all well and good, but it does not stop people from buying stupid stuff all the time.
Well, she'll buy something. She'll be like, "Well, how come it didn't come?" I go, "Because Mom, it's a BS site. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They're not real." Well, how can they do that?
How
12-year-old in
how-
China can do that.
How
Yeah.
could there be something fake on the internet?
Right.
All right, we covered shipping. We covered the basic how-tos.
We're in Colonel E.H. Taylor land here.
I'll say this, by the way, because we're a real company with real employees and a real website, not scammers, we have a phone number. You can always just call us. And that's something interesting, right? Younger people will not call on the phone.
Oh my God.
They will send emails and hide behind the keyboard so hard.
Uh-oh.
I mean, hang on. I'm not singling anybody out, but I do have an
Millennials.
email here.
Buddy about to single somebody out.
But
So-
that's not a younger person there. Is that the email I think it is?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to name names, right? I'm going to talk about some things, and we'll keep everyone's personal data private. But I do want to read this email. Quick question about the upcoming auction. Seems like there's quite a few bourbons listed in which the starting bid is the same, if not more, than retail MSRP.
I can't help but chuckle.
Most of the bottles aren't even hard to find, whether in a store or an online marketplace. It begs the question, why would I want to bid on something in the auction, pay an 18% buyer's premium and shipping fees when I could simply buy it for retail MSRP from a local store or even online? This person goes on to say, the main purposes of most auctions are 1, to try and obtain hard-to-find items.
Check.
2, to obtain items for less than retail costs. I'll get back to this. There's no incentive to use the auction unless there's a really hard-to-find bottle that someone wants. And even then, the winner will likely end up paying the same, if not more, through the auction than if they would buy the bottle directly from a store paying secondary market prices. This is kind of cringy. It's not like other notable whiskey auctions where people can walk away with a deal. There's no deal here.
So, go ahead. Start from the top.
Do you want to pick this apart, or you want to read my reply first?
Oh, the reply was good.
The reply was good.
All right, let me see if I can find it here. I stated, the starting bid on every bottle is $1 or $10. Everything you see right now is the result of 30 days of bidding.
Mm-hmm.
There are still a few bottles that could be had for a deal, but you're coming in just before the close of the sale, because we got this email like a day or two ago. And everybody else has been bidding for weeks. The purpose of our auction is to sell things for the highest possible price.
There's a reason why the courts use sold auction listings as true fair market value. Because it is absolutely as pure of a fair market price as you're going to get. What an item is trading hands between two entities on the free market without BS.
This is like we've been accused, like during the pandemic, we were accused of gouging prices on guns and ammunition.
Yes.
We weren't setting the prices. They were, people bid to those prices. I was like,
Right.
we're not gouging. That's what somebody's willing to pay.
I always love the people that Tyler just sent us our link, by the way. If you want to get that ready, add that to your list of things, Vinny.
No, I can drop it in.
Yeah, I
if
know.
you
I
take
know.
over.
Just so the price gouging thing. It's an auction,
It's impossible to price gouge at an auction.
right? And I love the people. That's BS. They shouldn't be selling it for that much. We don't sell it for anything other than what you tell us you're willing to pay
Yeah.
for it.
That brings up another point. There are no shenanigans here.
Nope.
Right? This is pure. We start everything low. They're all real bids. They're all from real people.
We will show you the bid history. We'll redact names. We keep people's info private. We don't sell lists and sell names and all that. Make that very. Nor do we spam you. But everything is traced and tracked and transparent 110%. Again, this is why the court systems like using auction. We get a lot of calls for that.
So it brings up the point, right? Our job, our business is to sell things for the highest possible price. We want to make money for the people who are selling with us. That's what our contractors, our consigners have contracted with us for.
We are a professional middleman. We represent both the seller and the buyer.
And we do it fairly.
And we do it fairly. Everything's on black and white paper. Everything's signed for, agreed to, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, you know what my other favorite one is? Yo, I'll give you $500 for it right now.
Right. It's a $2,000 bottle. And they're like, it's only at $250, but I'll give you $500.
All right, dude. So what you're going to do, put that dollar amount in a little thing that says bid. You hit the button, and we'll let you know in a couple of days if you're the winner.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Will you take it down from the auction?
I don't get that one. I don't.
We get it on the firearms, but
I haven't gotten that one in a while. But most of them are like, or better yet, it's a past auction listing. They're like, yeah, I want this.
yeah. Right.
Okay.
That sold 6 months ago, buddy.
Yeah.
So this is when I stated, I said, this is the whole reason why we started the business. Some of our things are hard to find items. Our buyers are often willing to pay more than retail. That's why we started the business. If you feel our prices are too high, perhaps you should be selling your bottles here instead of buying bottles here.
I have a feeling he's one of those guys that, quote unquote, never sells.
And then I couldn't resist being a little snarky. I said, I admit that I've personally been called cringy, but I can assure you that our business is not LOL. People are trying to call our phone number right now. They don't realize that we're on the air. I said the thing with the phone number and our extensions are all
Caller
ringing.
number one, you're on.
Yeah, call. Yeah, you should pipe him right in.
Why, yes, you've won tickets to Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
I'll have to have the bleep button ready.
So
right?
I also say this, folks. This is a small company, small business. There's not 40 people in this building.
There's several of us.
Yes. This is you're looking at like half the company right here.
Ryan,
Yeah.
Tom, and me.
Yep.
On a
Yep.
good day.
And then, well, if you include CTF, Connecticut Firearms Auction, sure. But that's I think it's a really good website that makes us look like we're like we
do have a good website.
140 people in a building somewhere. you
And
know?
we kept it real simple. You know, there's just a few pages. We update it by hand.
So here's
know.
one I thought I should buy and invest in, so to speak, is the Elijah Craig 13 year. Came out in 23. Currently $275.
Is it coming up?
Yeah, lot 174.
All right, let me look at that.
I like to see the Elijah Craigs.
Oh, that's batch C923. That's a
Yep.
now legendary batch.
Yes. I don't know if I think I drank mine.
I opened one. I liked it.
What was that? One of Minnick's picks?
It was
Somebody's picks.
top 10 for most.
That was the Russell's
annual
15 of
releases.
2023.
And I got so lucky one day. I think I told this story before, but I was driving down Route 8 in Connecticut, and every liquor store I went to had one.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, I got 3.
I think I was in upstate New York. The guy had cases of it. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Did I know? Should I have known?
Well, listen, always buy Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. End of story.
Well,
Buy
it's-
it. It's delicious. All of them are good.
You're not going to go wrong. You know what? You know what it is though. They haven't had 10+ year batches since 23. I think 24 was a 9-year or 8-year or something. Like
Yeah, they've been in the
haven't
singles, yeah.
You haven't seen double-digit age statements in a while.
I love the 18-year. I keep that on my bar at home. I like Elijah Craig 18. I've never had the 23. I do want to try that. Do we have one of those coming out?
I don't know.
We have an 18 coming up. We have an old Pirate bottle. That's 2016 that's coming up.
Tell them what a pirate bottle is.
Pirate bottle is lot 186. 186, and it's got a barrel on it. Kind of looks like a, I don't know.
Looks like an old rum bottle from a pirate.
Yeah, that's the nickname for that bottle.
2016. I think they stopped that in probably 2018, 2017, something like that.
So we should talk a little bit about how to sell. A lot of people go, hey, this is cool. I can't afford the bottles. How do I sell? The process is very simple. You reach out to us, send an email, pick up the phone. You can get us right through the website. It helps if you have a list. You know, you say, okay, I got these 12 bottles or these 400 bottles. I know it might take a long time if you have hundreds, but that's also how we're going to do the inventory and give you a quote and everything else. We also have to put together a contract. Again, everything's transparent. We put that inventory on the contract. You leave with a copy, and then we start cataloging, photographing, building the next auction. And when it's live, you can see your bottles and the sexy photos that Kurt takes, and watch everything go up in the prices. We sell them, we ship them, we deliver them, people pick them up, and then you get paid. It's about 30 days total.
I have to apologize to Kurt
Why is that?
because our swig bucket there is. I dumped all his stuff. I found it in the back. It had all his stuff in it, so I just dumped it and grabbed it and cleaned it. But
He's watching and he was going to be shouting at you very shortly.
the big mound of, I think they're clips, the tension clips that you have. Yeah, they're all over the place. Sorry, I'll deal with it on Monday.
Okay. We did talk about some tips and tricks. If you're just following us now on YouTube or Facebook, join our mailing list. Go to goodbottleauctions.com, right on the homepage. Pop your email in there, and that way you'll get notified of upcoming auctions and consignment opportunities. Occasionally we do live events, things that you can come to. But we're not generally open to the public. It's not like there's a whole room full of whiskey you can walk around in.
Yeah, we love our customers, but we don't have like a lounge to come hang out with, and
We should.
we will have some groupies, some I don't want to say barflies, but there will be a lot of loitering going on, I think.
We also check your spam folders. We had an issue when we migrated email and the website hosting where we were blacklisted for a little while.
Another technical hiccup?
Yeah, well, the whole company is just a technology company, really, Vinny. It's logistics and technology. So, I check your spam. Add us to your safe senders, okay?
Add us to your safe senders is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. But you mentioned that there's just a few of us working here. We share a shipping department with Connecticut Firearms Auction, and
My boys.
they work very hard. We are very appreciative for what they do. However, we may need to hire some more people.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in our future. I think it's going to be kind of a long process.
You should add a link on our website for
I thought
careers.
about that. Yes. All right, hang on. This is why I brought sticky notes. So,
But just a simple one. I'm not going to make you go crazy, but
This is like an extended business meeting too, like a Monday morning check-in.
yeah, it's a we're reviewing the tape type of thing. Yeah.
I hope everyone else finds it entertaining. All right, that's the first sticky. How many stickies do you think I'll get through
8.
in this broadcast today? So we do have a couple of job listings posted on ZipRecruiter. So if you go to ZipRecruiter and you want to check that out, we're looking for somebody to help
Indeed, I
with
thought too.
cataloging. Oh, no.
No, never mind.
It's whatever,
Cancel that.
it's whatever ADP gives us for free. I keep seeing ads like on other podcasts that I listen to, and I'm like, oh, ZipRecruiter, yeah, I use that. Oh, Zins, yeah, okay. Well, they got me. Pretty much everywhere I go, I see an ad for something I do.
For a long time I was dialed in with the ads through Meta or YouTube. You know how Google just feeds you everything exactly what you're thinking, even if you don't say it. This morning they must have reset the algorithm because I started getting random ads that didn't really apply. So maybe I cleared my browser history or something. But it was interesting to get served something new.
I often wonder about the ads that I'm getting served. Like, I know they say they're not listening, but they're listening.
They're absolutely listening.
They're listening. We're going to talk about something on the podcast, and it's going to pop up in the feed. I think we did that once before, and it didn't work. Right? Didn't we say something
it did
about
work.
youth baseball or something? And then it started coming up in our feeds. I get a lot of male enhancement ads, and I keep going, but I don't have a problem. I don't need this product.
That's what I just had an idea. Start talking into your spouse or significant other's phone to plant ideas.
Subliminal.
So yeah, so you get your wife's phone and you just start talking. You're like, maybe I don't know, name something you want. So maybe you want a fancy bottle of whiskey. So you start talking like, yeah, Pappy's, yeah,
At
in the
Good Bottle Auctions.
Yeah, Good Bottle Auctions. And she'll get served alcohol ads or whatever in her Facebook feed or wherever.
Oh wait, just even better than that. Go proactive and just do a lot of weird Google searches. You know, for strange anime and like octopus porn.
It's called
or
hentai.
oh, sorry, excuse me. Hentai.
God.
Sound like an expert there, Vinny.
Nah,
I was just gonna say.
not my delicious yen, but not to kink shame anyone.
Elmer T. Lee single barrels coming up, or just finishing rather. Got one left here.
What lot number are we on?
194.
Wow, this thing's cruising. It's going way faster than I thought.
Yeah.
We're not. We don't have a 4-hour show here today. I think we got like a 2-hour show.
Yeah, we got the. Hey, don't forget the wine folks, or even whiskey people looking for a good bottle of wine. The winter wine auction starts technically at 4:00 Eastern Standard. We were trying to get it to be right after the whiskey.
But the whiskey's going fast.
Whiskey's going. It's going fast, but there's active bidding. There's people. It's resetting the clock, but.
It's not even just whiskey, too. I'm looking at a bottle of Fortaleza coming up here at not 201. $140 for Blanco. I got to tell you, it's worth it. It's so good.
I feel like it's getting even harder to find.
We did the Mohegan Sun Casino Whiskey and Wine Fest a couple weeks back, and we're like, let's get out, let's do our debut show for Good Bottle. And Vinny and I went. We took Kurt, our photographer, and I had been to this, but it had been a very long time. And it's kind of an expensive ticket because you get in there and then you don't pay for the food necessarily, but they give you some food. They give you a big old glass.
What you get
is fantastic.
Yeah,
you get to
it is
sample
worth that price of that ticket.
everything. I mean, lots of good wine, lots of good beer. There's desserts and food and cooking shows and celebrity chefs, and they were great. Big shout out to Mohegan Sun and everyone who organized that show. It was fantastic, but what an experience. We had a little 10x10 booth. We grabbed all kinds of good bottles that we had here. We brought a lot of allocated stuff. So we were pouring Elmer T. Lee. We were pouring some Blantons. We had, what else did we
We
open?
had that Fortaleza Blanco.
The Fortaleza on the table was like a chick magnet. I mean, we had it on the table, and everybody's been consuming for a few hours. And by the time, because we were further back in the event, right? So people walk in the door, they get a 12-ounce glass, and they just start filling it up and pouring their way through. So a couple of hours in, they're coming over to our booth and going, "Oh my God, Fortaleza!" And I have to say, I was able to speak to a lot of attractive women that way.
You made a lot of friends.
Yeah, there was one point where I was doing selfies, and I found some of them on my phone. Good thing my wife doesn't go through my phone because there's a bunch of photos from that event. I think you still have some, Vinny.
No, I just have a angsty-looking picture of Kurt. I sent it to him. It looks like an album cover from the 90s.
Is it like the Hangover reel at the end of the movie where they start going through all the photos?
No, it's just Kurt looking pissed.
They're smart at that event. Like the first night is Friday night. It's like the preview, and it only runs 7 to 10. So 3 hours are what these imbibers get. Now we're not allowed to drink during the event.
Winkety wink.
we got some.
No,
apple
we
juice.
keep it clean.
And I can tell you that it's very interesting watching people drink that quickly.
Mm-hmm. Let's face it, that's what they're going there to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what 90% of the booths are.
What I didn't anticipate was that on Friday night at 7 o'clock, everyone pre-gamed. So they walked in under the influence and then continued to go. Awesome, though, at the end of the event, just security moves into the aisles. Everybody starts moving out. We packed up and, went off to the room. It was perfect.
All right. Now I'm gonna do a thing, and you're gonna get a stock photo of me now.
Okay.
A file image of me looking concerned
Okay.
from Friday's happy hour. Boop, there I am.
All right. I got to wait for it to come around. There's a delay on the feeds.
The picture you took, Tom,
Come on.
ranks among the worst I've ever seen of
That's
myself.
the whole point. That's what I was going for.
Gotta put this on my Hinge profile.
You have a Hinge profile?
I'm working on it. We'll
Is it-
circle back on that later.
Okay.
That sounds like some good material.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you know.
What's your profile on there?
Don't worry about it.
It's
You looking for both men and women on that profile
Don't
or
worry about it.
You know my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots. No,
That's my handle, Dr. Vinny Boombots.
I can see that. I am fascinated by that. When my brother was single, I used to ask him for his phone so that I could. What's the one where you swipe left or right?
Tinder.
Tinder.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So we would go like on adventures. We'd go hiking and go to places like that. I'm like, dude, open up Tinder in the Maine woods. Let's see. let's see who you match with. And he would get so mad because I would always swipe the way that said he was interested. I forget which
Oh
was
my
which.
God.
And then the girls would contact him.
Hey.
Hi.
I'm surprised there's anyone in the Maine woods.
Mostly maybe methany.
Once you get north of Bangor, Oh, Vinny, that is creepy. That photo that just came across the
What, the
street.
new one?
Yeah.
That was better than the one Tom
Yeah,
had.
you look like you got a white van with puppies written on the side of it or something.
Puppies.
Oh, we got some more chats here. Let's see.
You got chats?
Yeah, got the Dino. Someone was debating if they should drive 2 hours from New York for pickup, but once they know it's $25 for a bottle, they're 100% shipped. So that's good. They were commenting on the email. They didn't understand the meaning of the auction. So I'm glad to have you guys in the chat, by the way. Share and comment and tell your friends. And, subscribe, too. You subscribe to the channel. That helps us deliver it to more people. We know we're still new at this.
The
but-
Dino, not to mention names, is one of our most valued customers.
Oh, excellent. Welcome.
I know who you are behind that username.
And I think we got Shane jumping in, too.
There's Shane.
Yep. So, what else do we have to go over, Tom? I got plenty of stuff here. We did the Mohegan Sun. Talked about hiring.
I'm watching lots here. I'm into the
Where are we at? Because there was something I
220.
wanted to bid on.
220.
Bid on fair and square and pay for on your own, not any shenanigans, Vinny.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? I have the company
Everybody,
card saved.
everybody, yeah, he's everybody bids the same way. How you pay is up to you, I guess.
Listen, I am nothing if not honest.
Oh, the Glenlivet Royal Wedding Reserve is up. Here's the Jubilee.
Those are interesting bottles.
Mm,
I was reading reviews on those earlier today, and very highly reviewed.
sure. Well, they're not going to They're not going to give the Queen's juice a bad funk or weird bottle. They're going to put something good in there.
Yeah, had a good age statement on it. So in the process of hiring, I've received a ton of resumes. So many. Tom, you're going to love this. Some qualified candidates, you know, we haven't made any decisions or anything like that, but I started to notice this trend. It seems like everybody's resumes are the same.
Yeah, because ChatGPT wrote them.
You think that's what it is?
No, I don't know.
All right.
Well,
Well, let me read you the beginning sentences of several resumes. No names will be named.
Mm-hmm.
Dynamic and motivated sales professional with proven record of collaborating across teams, building relationships, driving new sales, focusing externally, and taking intelligent risks.
Okay.
are any risks? Well, yeah, I suppose.
Dedicated and proactive professional with a proven track record in management and coordination roles. Skilled in providing exceptional customer service, developing and implementing therapeutic recreation programs, aka weed, I think, on that one. And managing multiple responsibilities simultaneously. So, managing multiple responsibilities simultaneously. Are you saying you're a strong multitasker?
I feel like there's a lot of filler.
Yes.
Say in 8 words what you could say in 3.
Driven, empathetic, and results-oriented talent acquisition specialist. Dedicated and versatile office professional with 15. They all start with the letter D. Dedicated, driven, dedicated, dynamic,
Are they
detail-oriented.
trying to game the algorithm for jobs on like Indeed or on the other one there?
I don't get it, but I got to tell you, I tune out after 3 words on some of these.
There was a trick that I was reading online that people would do, college kids would do. So they go through the listing. They'd see all the keywords. They put all the keywords into their resume, and that way, when it sorts, the HR person on the other end, that one will go right to the top of the list because it has the most.
Yeah, if this was
Similarities?
1999.
They still do it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the fact of the matter is, the HR manager is just, their program just, that's a good one, that's a good one, that's a good one.
I am the HR manager.
I'm not saying for this company, but for bigger companies, that's how they sort. They get 1,000 resumes, they just sort them out like that.
Yeah. We're really looking for somebody with, like, actual whiskey and wine experience, like sommelier
Yes,
type.
I won.
What'd you get? You bought something?
I bought something.
What'd you buy?
Happy birthday, Chief. It's for you.
Okay. Was it Heaven's Door?
No, it's that gold bar.
Oh, you bought the gold bar one.
That's for you, baby.
Wow. Vinny likes to give me a hard time because in addition to our firearms auction, I have a gold and silver brokerage that I run from a desk here in the building. And people come in and sell me gold bars.
Shane even alerted me. Vinny, the gold bar is coming up. Thank you, boo-boo.
My customer will leave and I'll say goodbye, and he starts playing the Goldfinger theme from James Bond. Well, that's cool. Are we going to drink it?
Well, it's yours.
Well,
It's yours to share.
All right, grab it. Let's try it. We got some other stuff
You
to
want
try
to?
too. Yeah, I want to try it. Don't
All
you?
right. Well, yeah.
Is it vodka or whiskey?
Blended whiskey, I believe.
All right, let's try it. Let's
right,
find
I'll go
out what
get
the
it.
gold bar's like.
Ugh.
What? You don't want to try blended whiskey,
Tom, you just grabbed the whole thing you called moldy, and you're like, yeah, let's drink this.
I don't like mediocre. I like either, spit or swallow, right?
It's patina.
So, something I couldn't help but notice is that both of our tastes have changed quite a bit since we first started this business. Here.
Absolutely. I was big into ryes, and I still am, but I'm more and more impressed by bourbons.
Which is funny because at first you were like, I haven't had a good bourbon yet.
Well, yeah, and then I found the Highland Park I had last auction.
Yeah, believe it or not, we're actually opening the door for you on scotches.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, somebody bid in the last second on the Highland Park Ice Edition.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. By the way, there is a delay on the feeds, so if we're talking about a bottle, it might already be closed.
Mm-hmm.
But look at this. Gold Bar Premium Blend. It's blended
Is it
whiskey.
Scotch?
Whiskey.
It doesn't even specify.
Right. blended whiskey finished in California casks. Wine barrels from Napa Valley. It's called the Gold Bar Bottle Company. 80 proof. And it says it won the San Francisco World Spirits Competition 2016. Guess what medal it won?
Gold.
Double gold. Well earned and well deserved for moments worth celebrating. Finished in Golden State Gold Bar. Is outstandingly smooth and versatile to be enjoyed in good company. Well, I'll agree with that. Mash bill of rye, corn, barley. Rye, corn, and barley. Yeah, but it doesn't really say it was matured by the sea in San Francisco Bay, which probably means some dank warehouse.
It's 100%. No, it's 99% marketing, 1% booze.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out what the source of the whiskey is, right? It doesn't say. I'm going to guess. It says the result is a unique modern expression on a traditional American blend. So it's an American blend. So this is American whiskey. Okay. Doesn't say where it was distilled, what distillery.
We're in Coy Hill world right now. Or we're in Jack Daniels world, I should say. Coy Hills are coming up.
Oh, check it out. I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but there's the all-seeing Illuminati eye.
Oh yeah, that must be some secretly good stuff.
Mildly concerning, but hey.
All right. Fresh crack.
Jack Daniels 10-year batch. Looks like a first batch. Selling for $250 right now.
Did you pay for this yet, Vinny?
I could. I'll go check my invoice.
There you go, Tom. I'll pass
Which you can
the
do
gold
online
bar.
or in the app.
Is it? I'm afraid. Does it sit flat? Yeah. Okay. Good.
It was definitely sherry adjacent.
So mind your P's and Q's. My mother just texted me.
Oh, really?
I can hear you in the background, but your picture is stationary. Thank you, Mom. I love you.
Yep. We're going to blame it on Vinny fully that the camera went down and we couldn't make another camera work.
Oh, that's
Spit.
interesting.
I'll say this. By the way, thanks for calling, everybody, but I can't pick up the phone right now. I'm going to go with unremarkable.
Unremarkable.
Happy birthday.
I think the bottle is nicer than the booze.
Yeah, of course. I figured that.
Yes.
I feel like it's something Ryan will keep on the bar even after it's gone.
It's definitely blended American whiskey. I don't know who it's made by, but
Coy Hill 400.
it's not undrinkable.
I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it. When I say unremarkable, it means like they put something in here that will not take the wallpaper off the walls. But also, I like other stuff too. But thanks, Vinny. That was fun to open.
Again, it was mostly because of the gold bar.
Tom sent me a video the other day. It was like a Facebook meme or a little video where the wife says, "Hey, husband, I bought you a watch." And
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
he's like, "Oh, awesome!" And she's describing the watch and how it's got a black ring and it's a diver watch, and he's imagining a Rolex Submariner, and he opens it up and there's a Invicta in there. Well, there's nothing wrong with Invictas. It's just that they're battery powered watches with lots of fake diamonds glued on.
Really, really good packaging.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I was on a cruise ship once, and they had the Invicta watch event, and they're geniuses about this. They take 400 Invicta watches and pile them up on a table and then close the bars, the little retail cage that you put down in front of the store, and only open it up at like noon on one of the days that they're at sea. And these watches have the fancy lights on them. There's a sign that says 50% off, and it's like the most amazing sale. And I walked by.
And people eat that up.
There was 100 people in line to buy 50% off Invicta watches. And again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with
They
Invicta.
look fantastic. I'll see one walking through the casino or the mall, and I'm like, "Ooh, what's that?" And I'm like, let's face it, a lot of the designs they copy from big names too.
Oh, sure, yeah. but they're attention grabbing watches, and they're
Yes.
enormous.
Yes.
And that's what will happen when I'll be out. I'll be like, "Oh man, what are you rocking on your wrist? That thing looks cool."
It's an Invicta.
And they're like, "Hey, it's an Invicta, man. I got it 50% off." I'm like, "Okay,
Jim Beam Distiller's Masterpiece just sold four
That's
and a quarter.
nice bottle."
I should have bought that.
The Jim Beam's pickup truck is coming down now. That thing's cool, in great shape with the box and everything else, and full.
I'm actually, it's, hopefully somebody picks that up because shipping those is kind of a.
Yeah,
So we should add about the shipping 25 and 10. Just know there are extra charges for bulkiness. So if you get something crazy, we're going to charge you a little bit extra. Reasonable, but we're going to charge you a little bit extra because some of these things are nuts. The Class A Azul bottles are primary number one. We'll share this little tidbit. We shipped a lot of bottles last auction. We shipped, probably half the auction we
I was
shipped.
going to say, it was going to be like 50-50 in
Yep.
house and
And
out.
we had, let's say we shipped 500 bottles. I think it was more than that, but let's say we shipped 500 bottles. Only, we had, I think, 2 leakers and 1 broke. And of course, the 1 broke, I think, was it a Class A Azul?
yep.
I think it was a
that
Class A
decanter's hard.
Azul.
Mhm.
Yep. And that's, at first I was pretty upset about it, but when you think about it, okay, we shipped 500 and really only 1 lost. That's damn good.
And we make good on it, by the way. We
Yeah,
have an insurance
yeah.
policy. We take
Out
care
of
of people.
1,000 plus bottles.
Somebody on Facebook keeps breaking our chops on the ads. I don't know about they don't stand by their product once it leaves their facility. Actually, yeah, we do. You can't. I can't guarantee something. We're going to certainly package it nicely and everything else, but we do stand by. We're one of the few auction houses that stand by because
How
most
do
auction
I-
houses are as is, where is, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, how do I put this? I've seen you guys facilitate finicky customers in a way that I would be like, what?
Yeah, you know what we don't do though, and we can't ever do, and we have to draw the line out. We don't guarantee what's in the bottle.
Yes.
Right. So, like, if you get it and you don't like the way it tastes, or you think something's wrong, we can't do anything about that.
Yes.
So what we guarantee is the description that we write, the condition as we observe it, and the authenticity of the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Because no way in hell do we want to pass fakes. We don't want
Nope.
ever to get that.
Nope.
But if you take it, open it, drink it, and go, sorry,
this is
that's
skunked.
it. When it's open,
It's like, no, whiskey doesn't get skunked. You may not like the taste of it, but
gets oxidized. But like some of those things are, we sold bottles that are 100 years old.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that's the other thing too. We had that we go out on a limb for people. Last auction, we had somebody buy a very rare, what was it, the 55 decanter, and he used a special company in courier. Used the courier service, and that worked out well. He did not trust UPS or FedEx or whatever, and we'll package it up real nice, and he had a driver pick it up and whatever, that works too. If we'll do what we have to do to
Absolutely.
make
And-
you happy.
and it-
We would feel it would be fine. If we'll tell you, you should probably pick that one up. We'll hold it.
It's the cork too. Sometimes underneath the cork could be degrading, and you put that thing in a box and it gets kicked around by UPS or whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Then it could leak, and that's something that happens when you have a legitimate leak. Let us know. But like I had somebody who's been emailing me 3 times about a leak and didn't show me the bottle that was leaking or what happened, and I'm like, hey, you got to show us pictures. Really, we need proof because everybody's got multiple bottles. You could just go take a bottle off your shelf and.
We will
You
give
know.
you the benefit of the doubt, but we're not going to be
We've had some.
doormats and just kind of all right, yeah, here's your money back.
Mhm. We've had some wackadoodle
We've had-
temperature variances too.
We've had
Yeah.
some folks that try to scam us, plain and simple, and it, not often, but it does happen. So
It happens in the auction business.
Mhm.
Excuse me. People want to improve upon their purchase. They get it. They look it over and they go, "Well, I paid too much."
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, "Well, we didn't push the button for you."
we get on the gun side a lot too. There's a scratch on there. You guys didn't say anything about. Can you give me $100? It's like,
Well, let me see the scratch.
yeah,
Is it in our photos? And just send it back. We'll give you a 100% refund. And they go, "No, I want the gun."
yeah.
Every time. No, I don't want the gun. It's just not worth what I paid. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
That's the weirdest thing, that business, where giving someone 100% money back didn't work.
What's interesting too, though, is there's a lot of people who impulse purchase.
I think people drink a lot while they're bidding.
Yeah, that's fine. There's people who impulse purchase, but it's funny when they buy at auction, for some reason they want to return it. Like
Take that water.
well, I guess like retail stores, do they ever get somebody that was trying to return something?
Well,
know?
all right. So let's say you go to Costco, right?
As a victim of retail hell, can confirm.
Yep.
That's right. You worked in a retail shoe store, Vinny. What would people try to do? Return there?
Shoes dilapidated, falling apart. Like, these hurt my feet.
And
Well,
you guys
yeah,
would take them
because-
back. This is part of the problem.
Well, corporate says
Right. So
take them
people.
back to preserve that image.
So that's but one problem that's different in the auction world, because we represent the seller and the buyer. And a lot of times we've already paid the seller out, or we're paying the seller out. There's no what do they call it? Change of heart, or remorse.
No take backsies at auction.
Right.
Yeah. The one we get a lot, and I'll say this one out loud. I've never said this one out loud. We get a lot of people who call up and go, "My kid bid on it,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, so we get that complaint so many times. It can't all be people's kids. I think they just use that as an excuse. So they set it so that, like, on our app, you have to confirm the bid. You have to not. You can't just butt dial a bid. You can't accidentally tap on something. You have to confirm the bid. So I don't know, man. Who lets their kids near an auction that sells guns or booze?
Why you got your windows open when your kids are prowling around?
I could see it. I could see it happening, but it's amazing how much it happens. Whatever. We're talking about negative things here. Let's move on to something else here. We really go out of our way. I've bid on auction stuff all the time. I've bought from other auction houses that I thought were great. I bought from some auction houses I thought were stupid expensive with their shipping. I've bought some auction houses that are fantastic. I'll buy every time. And then there's other ones. I had one that they're as is where is, and you're like, dude, the thing broke like in shipping because you're crappy shipping. Nope, sorry, not our problem. Wow. Okay.
Just call us if you need something. We're humans. We're here. Give me a minute to get back to you on voicemail.
Yeah.
People
News.
get upset.
I paid my invoice for this Goldfinger bar.
You did.
It's just that easy, folks.
Yeah, with the credit card on file, you open up the app,
Yes,
you take
sir.
your invoice, you tap it, and you're good.
Bing, bang, boom. So I don't feel bad about drinking this.
You could possibly be the first person to pay their invoice today.
Yes.
You could also, just so you know too, you could pay the invoice, and if you win bottles down the road, you could hit it again and it'll automatically adjust. I will say though, if you're buying whiskey and then buying wine, it's going to be two separate invoices. Even if you're not a wine person, check out the wine. There's a lot of good stuff coming up. I keep I drink some wine, but I keep some nice bottles there for the holidays and for guests and everything. I think I'm a little overloaded with red wine. We're gonna have a huge sangria party, I think, at my house in the summer. I gotta get anybody got a good sangria recipe. I got a lot of red wine I got to eat up.
Yeah, and we got a big estate in where a lot of it is not, not high end stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we're probably gonna have an office Christmas party in February.
Spring party.
Yeah, sure.
We had a great Christmas party.
Larceny's coming through. We got Little Book Chapter 6 coming up. Little Book The Infinite.
Infinite.
Infinite and the Reserves both hit at the same time, both from Little Book or Booker's or Beam, whatever you want to call it, and they're both ranked really high. I have a couple bottles of the Infinite I found at my local retailer. I'm thrilled that they rated really high. I'm looking for a Reserve one. I seen when I
When
read
you say
reviews.
reserve, what do you mean, like backup bottle?
No, it's the Reserve. So
The reserve, okay.
yeah, we just sold the auction just sold one of those. The Reserve, the Infinite is the 3 generation. Grandpa Pop and the son mixed barrels, and they came up with the Infinite. The Reserves, I think, is just their honey barrels of the Little Book or Booker series. All great juice.
We should
great,
talk
great
about
juice.
a super bottle that's coming up in this auction, a Dusty.
Yes, let's.
This is what lot are we on right now, Tom?
I just clicked off of it. Hold on.
Hang on,
I got it. 300. We're a lot 300.
200 lots away is lot number 524. This is Seagram's pre-prohibition Dusty, 13 years old, VO rare old Canadian whiskey.
So I know some of the Canadian ryes people poo poo. Now I like them.
Look at this packaging.
Yeah, look at the paper.
All sort of age
Be
stained.
careful with the tax stamp there.
I'm being careful.
But the cool thing about this is a 13-year-old bottled in bond. That's you don't see Canadians doing.
Can it technically be bottled in bond if it's from Canada? Because it's not under U.S. government supervision.
It doesn't say U.S. government supervision. It just says under government supervision.
So
Did Canada have a government?
I was
back
going to say,
then?
did Canada copy our not Bond Act? Who was
the
it?
Bottle and Bond Act, yeah.
No, but what was the name of the
So look at this, 13 years old, 19. What year is this?
Bottle
now?
and Bond Act of 1897.
Dated 1923. Unbelievable. Look at the dark, beautiful brown color on that.
Yep. Tax stamp is perfect. Foil is perfect. I think flip up the cap. Is it? I don't want to say it's a twisty, but it's a.
It's got like a metal seal. Or there's a metal tab. You're
Yeah.
supposed to pull this metal tab.
Yep.
That's
yep.
another one I don't know that I'd recommend shipping on. But we have the original packaging. Sitting right now at $5.50.
Yep.
Find another one.
If you want, the great thing about this auction too, about Good Bottle auctions, is finding stuff that you cannot buy normal. Listen, if you want a Pappy, you can find a Pappy. You can pay stupid money for it, but you're not going to find a pre-prohibition bottle in any store. I
Right.
think there's maybe a handful of retailers in the country that specialize in Dusties. We're one of the few places you can actually buy it and get it and whatever. So
Well, you have to wait for it to come around, too.
remember that Prohibition bottle we opened up during the last one? We had
Pre-prohibition
Yeah,
rye.
Perugini.
no, I think it was Prohibition rye because it was export only.
That's right. Yeah.
And then we had a sealed one and an unsealed one. We gladly drank the unsealed one.
That was one of the two Happy Hour Fridays Tom showed up for.
Yeah, well, I'm usually working. You guys are screwing off in the office here. Tom's out there getting stuff, and you guys are futzing around with
Drinking your bar.
electronics, and camera still doesn't work.
Thanks, Dad.
Yeah, listen, it's not our fault that the camera went dead. We had this thing perfect on Friday for happy hour.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it was a little Brady Bunchy with people looking the wrong way.
That's
but,
fine.
You know.
It's content. We're producing stuff. So I know we're jumping around a little bit here, but in terms of the hiring and getting some resumes in, I've gotten some very interesting things. I mean, do you want to
Can
dive into any of
Can
this?
confirm.
Yes, no?
Oh, yeah, sure.
All right. Again, I'm not reading anybody's name. At least this resume has some interesting stuff on it. You know what I mean? Market research, brand awareness, data mining, copywriting, TV, radio, media, things like that. I'm like, okay, this looks like a good fit. Key industry changing achievements. That's a big statement. Industry changing achievements. This person is the inventor of the infamous Long Island iced tea. So I was like, what? The inventor of the Long Island iced tea is applying for a job here? I gotta look at this.
I'm smirking.
The Long Island iced tea is disputed as to who invented it.
I have my theories, too.
And let me tell you, neither of the people who are purported to have invented it are this person.
Mm-hmm. I
Well.
think the Long Island iced tea, a bartender had a little bit left of all these bottles and dumped it all in there. And so what can I put in here it's going to mask this awful flavor? Oh, tea or lemonade or whatever the combo was.
Isn't it Coke?
It's
Or Coke, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
they-
the Long Island iced tea is the 5 whites, Coke,
You can't say that.
and 11. We're the 3 whites.
Yeah. Well, the clear was vodka, rum, tequila, whiskey.
No, there's no whiskey. in
Yeah,
Long Island iced
vodka,
tea.
tequila, rum, all clear. Oh, now I gotta Google it.
No, you're gonna have to Google it now. And I think it's a splash of Coke and a lemon, but it somehow tastes like tea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know
By the
why.
grace of God, magic.
Yeah,
That's alchemy right there.
vodka, rum,
Vodka,
tequila.
white rum, silver tequila, gin, triple sec, simple syrup, lemon juice, and top with Coke.
Yeah, it's like a splash.
Yeah.
It's so much alcohol though.
This was to get people naked.
But this well, yeah, that's exactly what it does. Also, the largest flambéed drink, titled the Titanic.
Flambéed would be when they light it on fire, right?
Yeah. Developed numerous innovative and well-known marketing branding techniques, such as souvenir cups. This person invented souvenir cups. And many more catchphrases like the infamous free, free, free. So he invented the phrase free, free, free.
Girls, girls, girls. Nude, nude, nude.
Free beer tomorrow.
Did you hear Hooters is on the brink of bankruptcy?
Come on, with this administration in place, I
They
thought
said
everything was changing.
Gen Z is more interested. Oh, hold on, I think it was Barstool Sports that had a fantastic article on
All
it.
you boomers tell us to stay at home and leave our avocado toast alone. So, what else are we supposed to do?
So I've noticed that the how do I say this? That the generation, is this millennials specifically we're referring to?
Gen
Like,
Zs.
Gen
Gen
Zs.
Zs.
I
Gen
feel like there's a
Zs.
lot of overlap with us and Gen Z.
Yeah. Don't want to go to Hooters.
Why is my computer
I can't even think of the closest Hooters to here.
no, right in Rocky
Connecticut,
Hill.
Newington. Yeah.
Or Newington, yeah.
Yeah. I always liked Hooters wings.
Ryan,
I would go for the wings.
the wings. I read it for the articles.
I tried to pick up a Hooters girl once.
Yeah,
Oh.
everybody does.
And
Well, at the time I was working at the radio station, and I thought that, that might carry some cachet. I was like the guy in there on the microphone giving away free T-shirts and stuff. And man, she wouldn't give me the time of day.
Usually they treat you really nice because they're looking for good tips, but-
Right? No. I was definitely a jackass. But I tried. I took
Everybody
took my
tries. That's,
shot.
that's
Shoot
like
your
half the
shot.
job. That's the reason why they're there.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
I'm trying to find
the
that
important
article.
thing is you tried.
That's all right. So Hooters, I don't know. Can we live without it?
I've never been. I would like to go before it closes.
Oh, you never went at all?
No, I've never been.
Memorable moment. My mother and I and a friend of mine, and we must have been 13, 12. We're driving in Maryland, like outside of my sister's house, like south of Baltimore. And I go, "Hey Ma," and we're trying to find a food place, and you see McDonald's. You say, "Hey Ma, let's go to Hooters." And my mother didn't know what Hooters was.
You walked into a Hooters with your mother when you were 13?
With my best friend at the time and my mother, yeah, we walked into Hooters and got the classic saying, "Oh, they've got really good wings, Ma." She goes, "Oh, okay, we can go. Let's go." She had no idea. And then there was a group of people sitting a part of us. They bought us T-shirts. They didn't pay for the bill, but they bought us T-shirts. They did all kinds of fun stuff here.
Oh, I would love to see the look
And my
on your
mother was
mother's
oblivious.
face.
I don't know if she was oblivious or she said, "Oh, let me just not draw attention to it." And it was some bombshell and with our Hooters outfit on. And
You guys are just sitting there with your legs crossed the whole time?
it wasn't that bad, thankfully.
On your
But
lap. You find the article?
no, they found everything in the
I have seen. I saw that headline before, though.
Well, it'll be sad. Did you ever go to a strip club and order food?
I delivered food
I
to
don't-
a strip club.
I don't think I've ever been to a place like that has food.
I always wondered, and I did, like many, many years ago. It was sitting at the bar at the strip club, and I hadn't, not at the stage. I was at the bar, and the owner came over, and he's like, "You guys hungry?" And I was like, "Yeah, I could eat." He goes, "Let me get you a steak." And I'm like, "All right, I'm going to try a strip club steak." This is when it used to be the Gold Club in Hartford, and it wasn't bad, but I couldn't help but think.
Hooters is facing bankruptcy because Gen Z men would rather stay home, get stoned, gamble on their phones, and watch porn while waiting for their DoorDash.
Well, what if Hooters went
Wow.
mobile? What if the Hooters girl comes to the house,
Delivers.
and serves you the meal?
She's right.
That seems
cost-
problematic.
that would be a lot of money. And yeah, she's going into that person's home there. That's a little.
Think about the tips. I said tips.
Yeah. Better enunciate that one good.
I don't know. I think that there's a lot more services that food delivery people could offer.
Yeah, but so I always laugh at the Gen Zers because they're paying for DoorDash. They order DoorDash all the time.
My wife ordered DoorDash last night.
Never
Yeah.
once in my life have
I-
I.
Me only if DoorDash is the default for the restaurant. But people pay
It's so much more money.
$5, $6 more, and that's not including the tip. I don't think.
That's $5 or $6 more per item.
Correct. Well, right.
Yeah.
The restaurants usually mark up the bill because they lose a cut to them. Then DoorDash adds their cut. Yeah, it's so much. You pay $20 for a $12 item.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then you don't have to leave the house.
But for the love of God, they wonder where disposable money's going. Like the other thing too, the lost art. The younger generation does not know how to cook or make food at all.
Guilty.
Yeah.
You don't know how to cook, Vinny?
Guilty. Well, listen, I
He can make a hot dog and mac and cheese. And it's probably the extent of it.
No. I'm like a step above that, but also at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't want to cook.
But there's
That's how you eat.
right.
No, you can make somebody else do it for you.
There's also the one thing that my father was really good at is quick meals. So you don't have to. You could have a meal in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You know.
You sound like
I'm sorry. Sean just chimed in. Just the tip.
That's my Sean.
so-
Me and him are on the same page.
I love to cook. I like to cook whole meals that are presented and put on the table with plating presentation. I do Thanksgiving. It takes me 2 or 3 days to put Thanksgiving out. What's so funny?
Airline offering, this is a meme. Airline offering a $100 upgrade where you're guaranteed an old male pilot named Steve.
You heard about the unmanned flights, right?
Yes. And did you hear about the one that flipped over in Toronto?
Was that an unmanned flight?
It was a female pilot.
No, come on.
Tom.
Let's not
Swear to
go
God.
there.
No,
Stop.
I'm not.
They didn't flip over because she's a woman.
Flipped over because it was a
They're investigating it.
I did see the unmanned flights thing. I think it was a positive slant to the story, but they were putting it on Instagram that there's no men running the plane, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But I wouldn't be worried.
Isn't that the plot of like Airport 75?
I just want to make sure that my pilots are sufficiently inebriated and wearing a really good watch, because that's most pilots I've met.
Kick it
There
1963
was
style.
there was another meme video where the pilot comes on and it's a female pilot, and you see like they zoom into different people on the airplane, and they're like starting to sweat and their minds are running, and they're like, oh Jesus, and and both men and women, and it was funny. It's women are taking some taking some hits right now.
The amount of training required to become a pilot is completely genderless. They don't just let inexperienced people fly a plane.
No, but I'm not going to get into this. 'Cause
I'm
I'm
baiting
going
you.
to end up.
I'm baiting you.
Somebody is going to.
We haven't uploaded the.
I'm going to piss somebody
the
off.
Tom un-PC klaxon yet to the
I'm
soundboard.
going to have crazy women hating me. I'm going to piss somebody off if I keep going in this direction.
All right, let's switch it up. Let's try some weird stuff.
Let's do our spit or swallow bit.
That's the best name we came up for this segment is Spit or Swallow. And hand me some of those bottles. Let's
right.
decide what we're going to try. I just want to look at a couple
Here,
of
let
them.
me, because
so-
I am not. Oh, okay.
All right, so here you can do that
All
one.
right, so this is Havana Club. Nah. Añejo.
No, it's It's rum.
It's rum. Nah. I'm gonna
It's
pass
1-year-old
on that.
rum. No.
I'm going to pass on that.
What?
I want to see what else you got.
You're gonna go get your own stuff because you hate my selection, aren't you? So I've got I this might be too extreme. Original Irish coffee liqueur, really old. This might actually get us sick though.
Let me see it.
All
Let me see
right.
the bottle here. This is Galway's original Irish coffee liqueur. So it's made in the Republic of Ireland by the Irish Whiskey Blending Company, Waterford, 70 proof, especially bottled in Ireland, for and imported by Laird Company in New Jersey. So these are probably airline things. There is not a date on it, but it's post 64. I don't know.
So then we got this one. This is produced and bottled by Cointreau, so that's a big name. Cranberria, the original cranberry liquor, artificially colored, obviously.
Oh, that's the old red dye. That's gonna make us.
This is the cancerous stuff. This is the stuff the RFK wants to ban here.
this
Red
is,
dye number 47.
This is definitely gonna give us some sort of ism.
Yeah. So then we get.
busy monitoring the streams on that one. Sorry.
So this one's interesting. So this is one that actually should be pretty good. So this is 1927 whiskey. This is Prohibition era Seagram's pedigree, bottled in bond, 8-year-old. It's marked 8 years old, or it's at least 8 years old. And you're saying, well, why aren't we selling this? Well, this tax stamp is completely broken off except for the date. It's got that weird top. I think this is what they use medicine bottle tops, the pull tabs.
Yeah,
It's a pull tab. It's the old-fashioned pull tab. The other problem, too, with the pull tab, it's more than, I don't know if you can see it, there's more than half of it's evaporated.
It's not something we can sell.
And there's sediment in it.
Well, you know what? Before we blow out our palates on dehydrated coffee liqueur and cranberry, let's try the thing that's going to be good.
I'm already feeling sick to myself. What, you think this is...
I think, let's sniff it.
Okay.
Let's. All right. So what do? I pull the tab here.
Yeah, it's a real pull tab. That's if you ever went like metal detecting, you get pull tabs all the time. It's those stupid things.
All right, I got it. I'm gonna cut my finger on this metal. I can see why it leaked because it's just a flat cork topper.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be
or evaporated.
That's like Cold War era well, it's pre Cold War era that aluminum foil. That should be
okay. Well, it's free.
I don't know how it got evaporated. I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. We'll give it the sniff test. It smells like whiskey.
The worst thing I ever had was one of those decanters, Jim Beam decanters, and it was like milky. I don't know if somebody...
There's very little in there, but you can see it's dark. It's dark like that bottle of Seagram's that's coming up.
So when it... Oh, God.
Ooh. Wow.
No,
it's very
actually,
concentrated.
it smells really good. So
Yeah.
it's got to be the alcohol.
Wait, where's the bucket?
It's a rye, right?
No, it doesn't. It's bourbon.
This is bourbon.
Straight bourbon whiskey distilled in Canada.
It's heavy rye on it. I don't know if that's from the evaporation or whatever. It's not straight bourbon whiskey if it's from Canada.
Straight bourbon whiskey distilled in Canada.
It's not bourbon if it's from Canada.
Tell Seagram's that.
Yeah. Seagram's did have a distilling and bottling, I think, in Kentucky.
Couldn't. That's Prohibition era.
All right.
Oh, maybe that's an export only tag? Can't tell.
Well, I already swallowed, but it's weird. So I'm going to attempt to give you a tasting note on that.
Oh, God.
It tastes like there's dust in it. Like, it's gritty. It's not even all that alcohol-y. It's like the alcohol. It definitely spit.
Mountain Dew?
I swallowed it, but
It tastes
and the nose is gone that fast.
yeah, we've noticed that with old bottles.
Not all. Some really hold up well, but man. Okay. That was interesting for a second. Like there was a good nose there.
That's like a
Got some rye
millisecond.
off it. I gotta get some water.
Yeah, over there. All right, what else we got? Armada Cream.
Oh, don't open anything.
No, it's Oloroso Sherry.
Oh.
It's just sherry
Armada
in it?
Cream is the brand. It's made by Sanderman, or it's imported by Sanderman.
Okay.
I don't think it's cream. I think it's Oloroso Sherry.
It's just sherry.
I think so. I don't.
I've
Take
never
a-
had sherry.
I've never
I've
had sherry
complained
at
about
all.
this.
I don't.
Look at
Yeah,
this
it's pretty
thing.
full. It's got a good seal on it.
Soberano Brandy Anejo, 1 year. Gonzalez Biaz, Jerez. I don't know.
Harris.
Yeah, this is awful looking.
I don't even know how to open this.
This is a pull tab too, but like this looks like straight urine. I can't. There's a little tiny. You almost need a loop to read it. There's something really tiny on the bottom of the label here.
Oh, this is a big foil label here. This is where you can see what it is. Oh, it's got a cork in it, Tom. Oh, the cork broke. Did you bring a corkscrew?
No.
I'll just
I'll
use
go grab it. Where's your?
Actually, that won't,
it's not
corkscrew
coming
won't
out.
even go in there because it's too small.
I'll just use a pen. I pushed it through. Oh boy.
Also, I think this is supposed to be sake. This is there's some Asian writing on it there. Taiwan Tobacco and Wine Monopoly Bureau, Republic of China.
That ain't sake. It's probably some. It probably is a rice wine, but it ain't sake.
All right, let's see what's in here.
This one's actually
Why is it not coming out?
Is it a solid block of cheese?
I'm gonna have to throw that pen away. Let's try it.
All right. Okay.
Sort of looks like a Marsala wine.
I am going to try this because I've never had sherry.
Don't soil yourself on sherry. Here's what we're gonna do. We need some rules for this bit. All right, Tom. Before you try it, we try it at the same time, and don't swallow it. It's either spit or swallow when we're trying it at the same time. Like we put it back.
There's like
Oh, I got a chunk.
there's waves in here.
Oh, there's all kinds of sediment in this thing. God almighty. Wait, Tom, wait.
Oh,
You gotta at least put it in. That's
I got a chunk.
just the tip.
you gotta put it in your mouth and then decide if you're gonna spit or swallow.
That's what
You're
she
getting
said.
you're getting all these weird juices all over my mouse and my keyboard and stuff.
I'm
It's-
not doing it.
It's gonna stink for.
All right, so Armada cream. Here we go. Nope.
Let it be shown for the record that I swallowed.
This is awful.
Oh my god.
Whose idea was this? Can we drink something decent to clear out all the?
Imagine like syrupy, sweet wine concentrate.
Yeah.
It's stuck on my mustache a little bit.
Stuck on my palate.
Oh my god. I don't know if I'll ever recover from that. Wow.
I'm trying not to think about it. Where are we at with the auction here?
Yeah. Distract me for a second. Maybe the coffee one.
My
will be
hand. I
good.
got it on my hand. It stinks.
That's what she said.
Lot 391, New England Barrel Company. Last one. up.
391 already? Really?
Yeah, we're cruising. It's
New
2:30.
Rift Balboa Straight Rise coming up.
We're jumping into the new riffs, and I think there's some bargains here, guys. Grab some Nulus, grab some new riffs.
Old Carter. What's the latest with Old Carter? They sell the. Do they auction off the distillery and all
I
the
think
assets?
So. Yeah, I think so.
$225 currently for a high bid on Old Carter.
We should have brought paper towels or something. Hand sanitizer.
Baby wipes or something.
Ugh. It's stuck in my nose.
Yeah, it's on my mustache. It's awful.
Yeah.
Vinny, can you go fetch some baby wipes or something?
Where would you like me to
I
conjure
don't
baby
know,
wipes
man.
from?
DoorDash them.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Or how about hand sanitizer?
Yeah, I can hook you up with that.
yeah, you don't have it in your pocket, Vinny?
No, surprisingly, no.
No, here, grab that garbage can for me too. If you.
Ugh.
Why are you gonna vomit?
Well, no.
That's
I
what
got the bucket.
bucket's for.
Try to that bucket. There you go. Spit or swallow. You get all the contents of that bucket afterwards.
Oh my God, the slop bucket.
That's the suicide.
We'll give you $100 to drink it.
Where's it? Where's Garrett?
Yeah, didn't he drink the speed rack at the end of the bar at the end of the night or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, the blip, blip, blip. Can't get it out of my mouth. I have to rinse.
Oh, look at what's on the bottom. Look at what's on the bottom.
There was all sorts of chunks of sediment that came out
It's
of
like
that little sherry
tobacco.
bottle. All right. Do we try the coffee or do we save it for later? Or?
I can't do any more of this.
All right. We got to drink something good then. I'll go get a bottle from the bar. You guys take over.
We got the early times here too.
Yeah, save it to give out for samples.
All right, good idea. Yeah, that's a good Dusty. We like we do shows. When we do shows, we do like bring a lot of cool stuff that you can't try. Dusties. This early times here, we'll assuming there's enough in here. It's kind of low, but like stuff like this is what we bring to shows and try. You know, we got some Dusty doers. We had, I think, one of the shows we did the Bourbon Enthusiast. We had a Wild Turkey 101 from the 60s, late 60s, 70s. Fantastic. It was really, really good. That was something we brought to the show.
Yeah, that got demolished there.
That
We
got
had,
demolished, and that was a crowd pleaser. It wasn't anything. It wasn't an old bottle of Pappy's, but it was an old bottle of
It was good.
Wild Turkey. It was fantastic.
We brought a Hubline to Mohegan, and
The
that
Hugh,
went.
the Hubline. Okay, so we've had that Hubline for a while. That bottle. I don't think we don't have anything similar.
I think
here.
the novelty of it being a Connecticut-based distributor drew people in.
Yep, yep. We feel that one was good, but there was something funny with it. There's some tomfoolery going on with that one or something.
Tomfoolery.
But where are we at here? Auction wise, we are cruising. Don't sleep on this stuff. We're in Nulu Select Double Oak Straight Bourbon. Some good looking stuff coming up. Bill Carter again's coming up. Old Elk. What'd you get, Ryan?
Ryan breaking
Hang
out
on,
the
give
big
me a
guns.
What'd you say, Vinny?
Ryan breaking out the big guns to wash that sherry out your mouth.
Yeah, I gotta do something.
I still have some.
Are you gonna drink it?
Well, I do have a spit bucket here.
No. There's either the trash.
No,
or-
no. I'm
I
gonna
brought
be the one.
I brought Weller
Oh,
Antique
God.
107.
You're gonna end up throwing up all over the
Ugh.
place.
I brought the last of some William
I
Monroe
don't think
Weller.
I don't think I've had that one.
There you go. You've had this. We opened it together.
Was this a 24?
22 maybe.
Yeah, 22. Did we have this
And
one?
then I brought Wild Turkey Masters Keep 17 year.
The 17. Maybe that 17 year was good, not great. I have a feeling it's gonna be great now that it's been sitting open a little bit.
Got any fresh glasses? The sherry in this is
Yeah, you
wretched.
know what we'll do here. I was trying to wash mine with hand sanitizer, but I guess that
Ugh.
one.
Don't do that. Will literally cause you to shit your pants, dude.
Yeah, what the
Will it?
detergent?
Yeah. You can't use that to ingest.
I
What?
thought people
No, I was cleaning the outside of it.
Oh.
was gonna ingest the hand sanitizer. Spit or swallow, guys. All right, what do you want, Tom? You're
I'm
doing
gonna
the Weller.
do the William LaRue Weller here.
Vinny, anything?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. I'm going to go Wild Turkey 17 year. So this is something we were going to talk about too. Our glasses are all like calcified.
It's not
Like-
calcified.
It's like we need to use LCR,
At the- at the-
CLR on them.
No, at the bottom of the Glencairn is a film of bourbon,
Just funk.
and
The
the-
water in this town is very hard.
That's
So,
what it is.
First
Really?
of all, yeah, can confirm.
And we left them sitting in a sink over the weekend,
Mhm.
and they have water in them, and it just
What are
messed
you
them
looking
up.
I had a paper towel around here somewhere. But,
Now it's in the garbage.
oh, all right.
All right, I got the 17 year in a fresh glass. Ah, that's nice. Ooh. Yes, something that tastes good.
Let's see, am I gonna kill this bottle? How many
No,
ounces?
that's a big pour. We got to get through more show. I love that cinnamon candy off the Wild Turkey. It's good. Where are we at in the auction?
We need a little nightstand here or something.
We're at. My aunt just chimed in. Are you frozen?
We're at 415 Old Elk.
All right, 415 of like 630, I think. So I think I might have timed it out right. I think that we'll.
Yeah, we thought it was going quick. It's actually probably just right.
Yeah, we're hoping that the whiskey and the spirits end, and then the wine picks up right at 4 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the Old Elks. Don't sleep on those whiskey or the wheat whiskeys. The Old Elk wheats are good, but there's a lot of straight rye. They're a bargain right now. Snap them up. You know, one-stop shop. Get what you like here. After that, we move into some Old Fitzgeralds, a bunch of bottled bomb. We got
Delicious.
14 year,
Oh, there's a special one here too. There's
13 year.
the 13 year, which is the 25th anniversary one. I think that.
Distillery only release.
Yep.
And very limited. That one's sitting at 800 right now. And the 14-year 2018 is sitting at 700.
Matthew Goodwin chimes in on Faceplace with Washio cups.
Wash your cups. Yeah, well, we put a dishwasher in, and because the water's hard, it still doesn't cut it. So we'll have to do something about it.
The other glasses come clean though. It's something about the Glencairn. I don't think the jets don't hit the back of the.
It's
Back
probably
of
the
the
way
glass.
it's settling as it dries too.
We could also just hit it with some steel wool. Nice to have a good bourbon after that.
Yeah.
I have sherry and
That's
Code
high.
Red Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
125 proof.
Oh yeah, it's a lot different than the sherry you were just drinking.
I forgot what I was drinking. That is good though.
Oh no, that sherry causes memory loss.
We're gonna have to get. Can we get rid of this phone finally? We'll get a little table over here.
Yeah, we'll get something.
We got that little skinny table that we could make into a bar.
I still have the Coco Ribe liqueur.
I can't do this segment anymore. It's all you, man.
Irish coffee. No, you got it. The whole point is to do it together.
We got to find people, man or woman, that's into gross things, who is horribly curious and willing to swig it down. I fear.
I'll let you know from my Hinge experience.
Yeah,
So we could have guests for Spit or Swallow.
absolutely. We always talked about being like a segment with a couple of young ladies doing it or something.
There's
So
gonna be a whole lot of Hooters
Let's-
waitresses on
Yes.
the porch soon.
so let's talk about the ad for this. Wanted, attractive women to be on camera for a
Well,
segment
models.
we're calling
You call them models.
Spit or Swallow.
Yes.
Ring girls.
You know what? We should actually put an ad out and see what we get.
Well, I mean, there are women who like promote alcohol. They go out and they
Yeah, the
they
girl-
wear the T-shirt and they tie it up tight.
They're at the liquor stores or the bars.
Kicking bottles under the table. Here.
That's why I need a little table. We had this black table, but you turned it into I don't know, a rat's nest of wires over there.
Yeah, no one else can see what you're talking about, but yeah, the studio's still evolving.
Slowly.
Yeah, we learned that we have to buy extra cameras.
We bought extra cameras.
Did you try my desk camera there?
Yeah, it wouldn't even connect. I just don't, I think it's because I have literally every port occupied.
We may have maxed out that
You-
graphics card.
Well, I was just gonna say it's probably the hardware of the computer itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That does that one have?
You know what? Next time we'll try my new one, the Alienware.
Oh, look at lot 245, Tom. Is that still coming up, or is am I still, no?
240. We're way past 245.
Yeah, hang on.
We're at the Old Fitz 25th anniversary. High bid 800 right now, ending in 2.
One selling for 800. Nice.
Yeah,
Very
that's well
nice.
worth it.
Oh, still a room on that birthday bourbon coming up.
Yeah, 550.
Yeah.
I think someone should hit that.
You got some great Old Foresters too. If you haven't tried it, if you're already buying another bottle, tack on some of these ones
Yeah,
here.
somebody got it. Somebody
Yeah.
hit the birthday bourbon.
Nice. No, where's the one I'm looking for? 445. Take a look at that one. Old Kentucky Rail. So this is a very unique bottle.
That bottle looks awful.
Why?
Like the graphics, it looks like some kind of old like Nazi font type.
It's okay, yeah, it's not ideal font.
So this was for export. This was sent to Germany.
Oh, it is. It's German.
Yeah, so this is Kentucky bourbon that's 13 years
Ausländisch.
old. It doesn't say anywhere who distilled it, who aged it. We have no idea, but it says it's a 13-year-old Kentucky bourbon from USA. It's all in English, but
Is
it was
it-
sent to Germany.
Is there a back label that's missing or something?
Let's take a look. Yeah, look at that on the side of it right there. It's Ausländisch Erzeugnungs. I have no idea what that says, but
Import on. So somebody must have went to Germany and bought this and brought it back.
yeah, screw top. It's even got like that German military symbol, like the medallion on the neck. This is lot. Is it 445? Yeah, 445. It's sitting at 275. I want to taste what's
86
inside
proof.
this.
The color's great on it.
I want to really assume that what it says on the label is what's true inside the bottle. It's sealed.
Early 1950s, huh? And they're still kind of harkening back to that Third Reichy vibe.
Right. This is like
Well,
the
wait a
same
minute.
font as that. This,
Concerning.
Hitler's SS.
Well, wait a minute. Is this? Did they ship bourbon there? Somebody there bottled it, sold it,
We have no idea
or did they bottle it like that here in the U.S. then ship it to Germany?
because of the laws. They could have shipped barrels over there.
Right. Yeah. That's what I'm
So is this the first Jefferson's Ocean?
thinking.
Finished aging at sea on its way to Germany.
That's probably where the Jefferson's Ocean got their idea from.
Well, I think they were just trying to come up with anything to make whiskey slosh around and have more contact with the wood.
It works. Some of those Jefferson Oceans
Yes.
are really, really good.
Yes. Old Forester's closing now. You got a bunch of single barrels going down. Let's see. And then that Kentucky Rail. What's it going to bring? It's at 275. And we're still a few lots away from the Seagram's VO, the rare old Canadian whiskey. It's sitting at 550. Let me refresh it and see what it's doing. 550.
Single barrel, Old Forester Blue Label single barrels are strong. Those I had one local one that was
Love 'em.
fantastic.
Love them. They're hot, but I love them.
Yeah, I had a green label and a blue label. Both of them are fantastic.
Yeah, you got to try this Wild Turkey next.
All right, here you go. Old Kentucky Rail, ending in 5-4.
Come on. Nobody hit it. All right.
275. Old Potrero.
Let me trick something. I put a bid on that. That Kentucky Rail. Let's see.
Oh, we got an Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year coming up too. Those are delicious.
Hang on. No, I didn't get that. Let me see if it's not coming up. Oh, I guess I didn't get that. The Old Kentucky Rail. Let me see. We have a couple drinks and the show slows down. I have more to bring you, though, and we were hoping to get my screen broadcast into the stream so that I could really show you some interesting content.
I'm pretty sure this is an out that we are treating as an in.
What's that?
The HDMI that we have plugged into the TV. That is my thinking.
Oh. Huh. Well, you can try and fix it, but I've got a few things for Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. How did we had it before? It worked on that slot before.
No, I was never able to capture that display from here to there.
I see.
We probably should have field tested that, but I think it would be for exporting to. We did. We've used it as an export.
I know how to do it. I can set it up. Hang on. If Tom takes over in the show, I can do it.
Oh God.
Oh boy, here we go.
I can do it.
22 William LaRue Weller, really good, really good. I don't think there's anything from the BTAC series that's bad though. Plenty of spit or swallow material coming up. You should take a picture of the
damn.
other room with all the spit
Fab.
or swallow stuff. Yeah, Orphan Barrel 28-year American whiskey Whoop and Holler going for $1,200 right, or $1,100 right now. Current bid $12.
No, I'm not unplugging anything because then it all goes to hell.
This is the camera that doesn't work, right?
Right?
All right, take it out.
This is that.
What are we doing over here? These guys are performing surgery.
God, it's all gonna go to hell.
Orphan Barrel 20-year-old straight bourbon whiskey, currently 300 sold. 20 Rhetoric 21, 325. All the Rhetorics are going for about 325. Pagoda brand 5-year state banquet rice wine. That's interesting.
What's it at?
$20.
I don't know what's in that bottle.
Nobody knows what's in that bottle. And then we go from rice wine. This is the problem with alphabetical. And then we go to Pappy.
All right. Then he might be able to get that to work.
I'm gonna see. Do my
It treats it as a
damnedest.
camera source. It's HDMI to USB. It treats it as a camera source. So, and then you would check it in the preview window. Yeah. I didn't win the Kentucky Rail. I was going to buy it and share it with everybody at the next tasting. Oh, well. Maybe the person who bought it will do the same thing. All right. We can close that. Don't need my Facebook pages. I'm looking in the chats right now. Shane's in there. Or no, Vinny, you said they keep saying things like contact with the wood.
Oh, sure. Now my integrated camera wants to work. That's all right. I'm content with my still.
Well, you could put yourself on. That's fine. Tom, are you bidding on something?
No.
Oh.
I'm comparing notes here.
Sean is telling us to chug.
You come chug that sherry, Sean.
What are you doing, Tom?
Nothing. Mind your business.
He's paying attention to his phone in the middle of the show.
Yeah.
All right, so we did spit or swallow. Let's let's go to. If Vinny can get it on the screen, he can get it on the screen, but I'll put up a link for Tom to see. Let's see, got it over here. Have you ever heard, Tom, of a Therian?
Oh, I haven't either. I'm excited about this.
Therian, Therian. Therian,
TH.
Erian. A Therian is someone.
A Therian or Therian?
Therian, Therian, is someone who.
It identifies as a non-human animal.
Oh no.
So these.
I thought DEI and this stuff got canceled.
This is a furry.
Yeah, I was going to say
No,
it's a furry.
This is
it's
a furry.
totally different than a furry. So a furry is someone who puts on a costume, both for fun and sexual pleasure, right? But I think they become that character. I think. Don't quote me on it. But a Therian is someone who feels like the spirit of an animal is sort of inside of them.
So they identify as an animal.
Listen, I have spirit animals too, but
Yeah, I think that they identify an animal, but they inside their human body they attempt to move and act like an animal.
So there is a student at a local school who identifies as a cat.
That's not real.
that's a
It's
hoax.
100% real.
That's a
Oh,
hoax.
That's a hoax.
That's
Tom.
a hoax. It's been disproved.
It's absolutely true.
You've seen the kid?
We have family that has a kid that shares the classroom with that kid
This is in Connecticut?
down the street.
Come on. Dude, I want proof. That's all I want. Because I heard it was a hoax.
It's not a hoax. It's 100% real.
So the
It's in your
child,
hometown.
the child identifies as a cat.
Yeah.
And what does that mean?
They go on all fours. I think they have a litter box in the bathroom for them.
No way.
I'm sorry.
That's a
You
level of
lose me.
shenanigans. I Googled this, Tom, and it was a hoax.
I am an open-minded individual, but you poop in a box in front of me, we're gonna have problems.
Well, I also said if you identify as a cat, cats kind of do cat things and dog things. And what if that's a female cat and I'm a male cat? You know,
What age is this child? So I
10,
don't
10 to 12.
bullshit meters off the charts here. 10 to 12. I'd love it if anybody in the chat can find evidence of this. How about that? Yeah.
School
Shane's in there
officials right
yelling
here.
for-
CT Insider. CT State Senate candidate claims some kids identify as cats.
Claims.
Claims. Yeah,
Claims.
this is a hoax. This is like
It's
a
not a hoax,
like
man.
a rumor. If
It's
you have not
not
seen
a
it with your
hoax.
own two eyes, there's no way I'm buying this. First of all,
Teen who identifies as a cat allowed by school to act feline. A girl identifies as a cat, and the private school she attends allows her to be a nonverbal act feline. This is
What's the URL? First of all,
yeah,
Country 92.5 is what that is. But
Yeah.
stepfather charged with no. This is
I have not found anything credible, and I challenge you to find something credible that says this is real. I've heard this. I've heard it come out of people's mouths.
I've heard it out of multiple people's mouths.
So when I Googled it, it was a hoax in Australia, I think, when I looked
no.
it up.
There's
Now, listen,
Tom wants this to be so true.
I know you want it to be true.
I'm
I
gonna-
know you think people are that sick.
my wife's cousin. Their kid goes to school with this kid.
If we were all standing around in the schoolyard and you're like, I got a girlfriend, but you don't know her.
Everybody ignores this cat thing, and it's
The litter box. The litter box.
My
think if-
cousin's wife's ex-third sister-in-law saw Nessie once.
I will get you. I will get you names, or I'll get you schools, everything else.
Don't put
What
the
can
kid
you-
on blast.
Is this?
I don't care. It's not a kid. It's a cat. So I can't.
Oh my god!
If they're not identifying as a
I
human,
don't have the
then I
poor-
don't have. They don't share the same
I don't have
privacy
the
as.
Klaxon yet, y'all. I'm sorry.
They don't. They don't get privacy rights. They're not human. They're a cat.
So, can you text this person? Do you have their cell phone number?
I,
Not the cat person. Your cousin's brother's uncle.
I might.
Okay. Well, don't you text your wife and say, "Listen, I want some proof about this thing that I heard at a cocktail party after Tom had 4 bourbons."
No, this was at a Christmas party.
You were drinking at a Christmas
Tom
party.
had had 4
But
bourbons.
the kid, the 12-year-old that came in was like, yeah, it's legit. It's legit. That's so and so.
Okay.
Kurt has just texted me saying he thinks you're both off the rails.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm definitely. You know what? It had to be that sherry that we drank because everything changed after that.
We're all poisoned.
Oh, I still taste it. It's
I
like
have that
it's like
warm,
behind
fuzzy
my
feeling
teeth.
inside me.
Man, even the bourbon's not washing it away. All right, Vinny, we should explore more of what a Therian is, though, because it's not a furry, right? Actually, let's be really clear of the definition of a furry. Can we get that? So that we don't offend any furries.
Offend them. Screw
An
it.
enthusiast for animal characters with human characteristics, in particular, a person who dresses up in costumes such as a character or uses one as an avatar online. So that you can get custom avatars that go over your face, and that's what a VTuber is.
Well, see, the problem. Okay, so hold on. Stop. So if you're going to a show, a Comic-Con show or whatever, and you're dressed as a furry, that's cool. It's costume. If it's Halloween, it's costume.
Well, the furry conventions too, where everybody
Furry
stays
convention,
100%.
fine.
Yeah.
But are there people that live every day as a furry? Or is it just for show or sexual pleasure?
Well, there's very popular furries and VTubers who have avatars who this is their job. They're content creators as that character.
Are they
that
going out to
avatar.
dinner in that costume?
I do know. I know this mostly from Ezzy because she told me all about it. Because she watches a lot of people on Twitch and watches a lot of streams, and she shares it with me. She goes, "What do you think of this? Hey, look at that!" And I'm like, "Wow, that's like this person has 5 million followers. It's very popular,
folks.
Yeah, and maybe they go to dinner like that, but they're
I've never seen one of those around, and we're in Connecticut. If you're going to see something like that,
now.
although New York, New Jersey, New York City, and all that, they've got plenty of interesting folks.
At the Comic Cons, I've seen every kind of costume.
Sure, I expect that.
That's the time when you can go out in public and maybe not be judged as much for it.
Yeah, but we
Feel more comfortable.
were at the mall in New Jersey, right outside the city, and there was some interesting characters over there.
just hanging out at the mall.
Just working? No, like more traditional weirdos.
So I'll show you some videos. I'm sorry we can't put this out onto the stream, but I kind of want you can describe what you're seeing, Tom. I think that's probably a good way to do it. Here's a
Oh God, my eyes.
here's some Insta clips of a Therian. This one got 1 million views.
Yeah,
And-
I've seen like this stuff. It's a female. She's got a cat mask on and a cat tail. Yeah, I've seen this. Okay. Again, does she go to dinner like that? Stinky cat.
I don't.
What's the
Yeah,
name
her
of it?
name is Stinky Cat. I don't know. I found a lot of these through hashtags.
I mean, if you're
so-
gonna mess around home like this and it's some kind of fantasy or something, whatever. I don't care. But if they're going out to dinner like that, yeah, okay, that's.
Well, what's
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
laugh
that?
at you. Well, I'm gonna laugh at you. Imagine showing up at like Virons or a nice restaurant and there's some freaking idiot wearing a cat mask. I mean, come
but
on,
if that's what you want, you're not hurting anybody.
you're hurting my atmosphere.
What? No, come on.
You're gonna give me something to talk about at dinner. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but I mean, they're just eating. They're not interfering with anything of you. It's just like someone had on a piece of clothing or
What if I
anything
roll up
else.
a newspaper and started beating him with it and say, "Get off the table! Get off the table!"
If
There's a
wanna
cat
be-
on the table. Get it off.
If you want to be treated like a cat, is that what
Yeah.
you're saying? Wow. Let people, have their individuality. Let them enjoy things.
No, there's a limit. Come on. Mental health is bad enough in this country as it is.
Man. They would be pretty upset to hear you say that.
Well, listen, if they're doing it in their own home, I don't care. But just what are you doing?
Oh, apparently there's a definition of a Therian.
Oh, Therian versus furry.
Furries are individuals who say they're furries. Therians are individuals who believe they're not completely human and instead identify as a species of non-human animal. Wow. I mean, it kind of sounds like fun, but these people are walking on all fours. Like they attempt to.
Yes, that's what the kid
they-
in the Meriden school system is also doing.
Seriously?
Yes.
All right, get me proof. Get me proof, and I will give you the $1. Because I don't think it exists. Be wonderful if you got it on the show too.
Um,
Picture of the litter box in the school classroom
listen,
or bathroom.
it's Yes.
And I mean, at what point do you stop something like that, right? It seems like excessive accommodation and also weird. What happens if you walk? My kid walks into the bathroom and there's another kid in there deucing in a litter box and scraping to cover it up. And also, I haven't met a whole lot of cats that are very neat. You know, most litter boxes make a mess. The litter goes everywhere.
I've seen both.
Stinks.
We're still on, huh?
Yeah, well, apparently we are. I knew there was a wealth of material here, and it was mostly in Tom insulting people who enjoy things.
It's not insulting. I'm just calling you fucking stupid.
That's definitely insulting.
Ez texted me.
I knew she would chime in sooner or later.
She says,
Should have had her here for this discussion. She knows a little more than us.
well, who knew this was going to People don't always live as furries, but they can. It depends on the person.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. If you're at home doing this stuff, great. I don't care. You're in your house. You can do whatever you want.
Delicious, yeah, carry on, man.
Sure.
Right. But if you're around town, if you're eating at my restaurant and I see you pretend to be a cat, I'm going to roll up a newspaper and hit you with it because I'm going to get the cat off the table.
Wow.
Two can play at this game.
Here's a video that goes on to say, "Are you sure you're a Therian?"
Are you sure? You're
Oh.
questioning.
Oh, if you're questioning, you could also be an otherkin or an alterhuman. Huh.
Credit where credit is due. That's a great thumbnail.
Yes, it's a man. I say man because there's a beard and wearing a paper mache mask of a pierced animal, but I don't even know what animal that is.
We're getting emails, people trying to set up pickups.
Already?
Oh yeah.
All right, can you get me the link? I'll go in and update the boilerplate. Whew, man, I guess you can really get into some interesting things. Is this why no one's productive anymore because they're too busy deciding what animal they are?
Oh, here we go. Here's an attorney that says that they have reaching out with confidential opportunity regarding an unclaimed permanent life insurance policy valued at so much. Oh, we should respond to this.
All right, back to the show.
I am. This is part of the show. Checking emails.
Okay.
You let's get that link for pickups. So everybody knows when you pay your invoice, you there's a link to schedule a pickup.
So why don't you Teams it to me? Or
Tyler teams it to me, I guess.
all right, bounce it over to me. I'll get it on the boilerplate.
Forward it.
Ez has a follow-up, and I feel like this is directed at you, Tom.
Go for it. She can hate me. I don't care.
She doesn't hate you.
I know she doesn't.
She's just informing you.
Okay.
Going out in a furry costume is hard, and considering how expensive the suits are, most people don't go out to dinner while wearing their suits.
Yeah, I figured as much. Makes sense.
What do you think a good furry costume costs?
Oh, it's probably thousands, right?
I'm sure. Just
Easily,
wonder
just
how many.
based on cosplay alone.
Well, I know like the if you want to be a furry, you want to really be a mascot for the local college or something.
Yeah, there you go.
You know.
Starting price $3,500, include head, hands, and tail. That's from City Muttfursuits.com.
I feel like somebody's profiting heavily off of these people because that seems very expensive. Should I be in the furry business?
You know, Tom, this looks very, very profitable.
There is a lot of listen.
Yeah, but you only got
Just-
10 customers.
That's all you need.
Yeah, really.
Well, you buy one suit, you're good, right? It's
Yeah.
like, it's not like a tailor who's making suits all the time and everything.
5,000 plus. You want a baller furry suit? 5,000 plus.
So listen, the Seagram's pre-prohibition is about to kick off
Oh,
here.
good, let's watch
Minute
that.
and 20 seconds.
Oh damn. As if they commission someone to make them, they can get up to 10K or more.
Yeah, I believe that.
I
Yeah.
can believe that. Yeah, just based on cosplay alone.
So
I've
that,
seen at
if
the
they're,
cons.
if they're you don't want to have sex in that thing either. Then you don't want to do anything. You don't want to get food on it. You don't want to do you're going maybe to the nightclub and that's it. And even then, you don't want to get drinks on it.
Imagine you sweating those things.
Because,
It's
well,
really,
I'll
they're
say
really
this.
hot.
You dress you wear a nice suit and tie or you wear nice clothes. All right, you're a baller, right? You got a lot of money on your clothes.
Sure.
So I guess if the furry, here's my question: how hard is it to clean? Like, do you dry clean that sucker?
What, they don't have a machine for a furry costume.
Well,
It's
that's
all, yeah.
so we gotta just take it, take baby wipes and clean it by hand. Like,
Oh.
my point is, if you have a suit and traditional clothes and you get it dirty, you bring it to the dry cleaners and life is good. If you're a furry, you
It's
just
all
drop
hand sewn.
$10K on a suit,
Yeah.
costume, whatever. How do you clean that thing? And then
Very-
the inside's going to smell like sweat and BO and everything else.
They all do. You ever put one of those things on?
No, no.
Like the
not.
mascot costumes?
10 seconds here. Seagram's pre-prohibition.
It's at $5.50. That's still good.
Oh, that's exactly what I thought I'd go for.
Yeah. Let's see if anybody hits it in the last second.
No.
No. Wah, wah. Still $5.50, and you're talking about a bottle you can't get anywhere else.
I had a bottle of most of the Canadian whiskeys I've tried are very sweet. Caribou Crossings, for example, Crown Royal. I think it's the heavy rye, like you mentioned earlier, but they're very, very sweet.
All right, I'm
Which
gonna
maybe
go
you
in
like
and
that.
Update this boilerplate here. You guys.
What does she have to say?
Steam clean, cloth clean, brush the fur to keep the fur from matting, and then she followed up with, "No, I'm not a furry." Oh, I love Ez.
Steam clean makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. And you got to brush the fur. Well,
Keep it from matting.
to your point, Tom, you made an excellent point, but maybe didn't have the same perspective. Is you go get a custom suit made, you're not getting anything for under $3,000, and if you do, it might suck. So $3,000 plus on a suit, you buy yourself $500 pair of sunglasses, you know, and then you put on a $10,000 watch. You know, it's the same thing. I mean, you know, maybe they're into fursuits rather than Rolexes or whatever.
They have to buy a custom Rolex with double the amount of links to fit over the furry.
You could just keep adding links. Yeah.
Furry baller.
That's what the Invicta straps are for. You
So-
get the giant Invicta.
I guess so. All right. So here's another. Now you're wearing a furry costume. Now you could be a smoke show, male or female. You could be
Sure.
hot.
You don't know who's in there.
You could be a 9.
Yeah.
Or you could be
They
2.
will contour them to your figure, though. I have seen that.
No, I get that, but still. So yeah, I've seen some fit people that are ugly as all hell too. So Butterface, right? Wow. But you're running is that, you know? I guess that's part of it. It's like well, it's like during COVID, all the people who love wearing masks because they're introverts and they don't want people to judge them or look at them. So I guess that's the ultimate thing is with furries is they.
That was great. Those were the days.
Yeah, you were an introvert. You didn't want you. There's people doing it now wearing masks, and it's like, what are you doing? We know what you're doing. You have, you know, you're introverted or whatever, and that's fine, you know. But it's like, listen, just be a furry. You know?
As that is a great word, and I did not know it exists. So I'm going to interject here.
Oh, what's that?
At furry cons, there are some people who will go into the pool with their fursona head.
Fursona. Yeah, I saw
So
Fursona.
just the
That
head.
is a great word.
So wait a minute. They take the fur suit off, put on bathing suit or whatever. They keep the furry head up, but the furry head gets wet. That's so maybe the expensive suits are like an expensive suit. Expensive furry is like an expensive suit where they're made out of modern materials and they wick and
They
dry.
look pretty
and-
good. I mean, I've seen some pictures of them. What if we got a fursuit? Would you try it on, Tom?
I probably not. I guess it depends on what it is.
Maybe we could. Here's what we could do.
Well, what's your spirit animal, Tom?
A male, a middle-aged white male. Springbank 18, isn't that one you were staring at?
What's that going for?
No, don't change the
300.
subject.
Springbank 18 sold 300,
Huh.
right in the middle of our estimate. Springbank 21,
Ooh, baby.
right in the middle of the estimate. Actually, high towards the high side of estimate. Let's talk about the market for a second. The bourbon market over the holidays, I think, was a little slumpy, a little low. I think people were hurt for cash or whatever. But
Yeah, they got Christmas coming up, Thanksgiving.
well, people usually spend a lot of money. They rack up credit card debt. We're up to what, 1.2 trillion in consumer credit card debt.
I think that's me alone.
Yeah, I hope you own a couple buildings there. But today, the bourbons are selling today, and they're very strong. They're very strong. They're selling towards high estimate.
Yeah, people are starting to do their taxes. Maybe they got their tax refunds.
Maybe
People are.
I'm interested to see how the wine does. The wine bitters are very different than whiskey bitters. I will say that.
Yeah, same with firearms bitters.
Yep.
The what was I going to say?
Stag. We're going through all the stags here. Looks like they're averaging about 180, $200. Couple outliers that sold for higher.
Yeah, it's batch dependent too.
Yeah, batch. Some batches rank higher than others. The 24, I think, was kind of middle of the road.
What do you got, Vinny?
I asked in the YouTube chat, everyone quick, what's Tom's spirit animal?
Okay.
And we immediately got back. Cat.
An anaconda.
Cat.
Wow, you. No, but I want you to consider this as if you were a Therian. What animal do you think you are?
All right, I'll give it some serious thought. So if I was of this mind to become a Therian or a furry,
Well, either, right? You gotta.
I don't know. Ez hasn't really explained the difference between the two yet to me.
We read it. You just weren't in the room. So I think about how I'd like to think I would be like a bear,
I'd be a
black
whiskey
bear.
bottle.
I was going to say a panda.
You're gonna yes, Vinny. Your personality of a panda.
No, you.
I'm a panda.
I think
Is that
so.
just because I'm wearing white?
Black and white, yeah.
Yeah, panda.
He's got a beautiful tracksuit on there. He's going to fly to Eastern Europe next, and he'd blend right in.
No, pandas are lazy. They're so lazy they don't even have sex. So
Yes.
wrong.
That's true. Yeah, all
they-
right,
No,
okay.
not me. I'm not lazy.
All right, let me go on a tangent here. Animals that should be extinct.
Pandas.
Koala bears is number one. Did you ever see the rant about koala bears? They're the dumbest animals on the planet. They only eat one thing. They're so lazy they don't. They have the largest STD
Oh,
population.
that's right. All of them
They-
have herpes
syphilis.
or something. Yeah,
They're all
yeah,
syphilis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Syphilitic.
Here, let's go fact of the day here.
Well, now Shane says you're a koala.
No, I'm not that pathetic.
Let me think about this. Like, I think I might actually be a black bear because
Chlamydia. No, they have koalas
Chlamydia.
has horrible. They all have chlamydia. They're slow.
They make you like wear gloves and like swaddle it if you're holding them at a zoo, so you don't get chlamydia all over yourself.
That's disgusting.
Cute as they are, I would rather not.
what purpose do they have in the environment? It's kind of like
Correct.
It's kind of like saying, could we just get rid of mosquitoes? And like we could use CRISPR technology to eliminate
So-
all mosquitoes, but that might be very bad for the planet because bats eat them and everything else.
So I'll do my best Jeff Goldblum Jurassic Park thing. You know, we rushed to figure out how to recreate these things, but we never asked the question of what should we.
Your scientists were so quick to see
Yes.
if they could and
Yeah.
consider whether they should.
Right. So my question is: everybody wants to save endangered species. Maybe we should let them go.
I want to know how many species went extinct already, right? Like
They don't. Well, that's kind of hard to figure out because over what timeline?
But there has been talk of bringing back the dodo, and I would pay cash money to see a dodo.
So the Peabody Museum is back open and now fully owned by Yale, and they still have the dodo bird, the real dodo bird on
the
display.
taxidermy one. I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's one of the few examples of a dodo bird in the country or the world or whatever it is.
Weren't they delicious? Isn't that
Well,
what it was?
They were
hunted
slow
them
and
to
dumb,
extinction.
and
Yeah.
they were one of the few birds that were on subarctic. I think it was subarctic islands. So when the ship pulls up, hey, those look tasty. And
grab a couple of roast dodos.
yeah.
Yeah.
There
Well-
you go. There's the most expensive meal on the planet.
You clone a dodo and then serve it for Thanksgiving.
Yes, you have
All right, we're filing the LLC right now. Let's
FU
go.
money when you can. You have that much money. You pay a team to clone or genetically make,
You don't
A
think the
dodo bird.
Illuminati's already done this?
and then you eat that for lunch.
Did you ever see the episode of The Simpsons where the guy takes his gun, shoots it up in the air, a bald eagle falls down, and he puts it on a sandwich between two pieces of bread? All right, here we go. Koalas reduce the risk of fires because they eat excess vegetation. They promote biodiversity.
Well, in Australia.
They
There's only like 4 places on the planet that exist because of the stupid. Oh, don't they get high off of the Not high. They get they self poison themselves with the leaves.
Eucalyptus leaves?
Eucalyptus. Yes, yes.
My brother in Christ, what are we doing right now?
yeah, we're poisoning ourselves with alcohol.
What are we doing right now?
Yeah, but we stop. You know,
We stopped after that
we
sherry.
don't just drink alcohol. You know.
Their droppings help regenerate the forest nutrients for the forest floor.
Anybody can do droppings.
They make eucalyptus leaves available to insects because they drop half the leaves.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, boy, these guys do look like they've been smoking trees. They got really squinty eyes. So, I mean, they're an important part of the food chain, right?
No, they're not.
No, it's food for something else.
What eats a koala?
That's what I'm about to find out. The role of koalas in ecosystem. Come on, they're cute, man. Why would you want to get rid of them?
As chimed in with dolphins play with blowfish to get high.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just read that one too somewhere.
Okay. They're a marsupial, which is cool. They got a pouch to put stuff in. What eats them? The natural predators.
Having to eat a pound a day of one of the least nutritious plants in existence because your ancestors didn't like other leaves. Eucalyptus apparently is garbage. Is a horrible salad.
Okay, so the dingo ate them. It's food for dingoes.
Here we go. Here it is on Reddit. Koalas are terrible animals. Koalas are effing horrible animals. They have one of the smallest brain-to-body ratios of any mammal. Additionally, their brains are smooth. A brain is full of its increased surface area of neurons. If you present the koala with leaves plucked from a branch, laid on a flat surface, the koala will not recognize it as food. They are too thick to adapt their feeding behavior to cope to change. In a room full of potential food, they could literally starve to death. This is not the token of an animal that is winning at life. Speaking of stupidity in food, one of the likely reasons for their primitive brains is the fact that they additionally are being poisonous. These leaves, the only thing they eat, have almost no nutritional value. They can't afford extra energy to think. They sleep more than 80% of their lives. When they are awake, all they do
Same.
is eat, shit, and occasionally scream like effing Satan. Because eucalyptus leaves hold such little nutritional value, koalas have to ferment the leaves in their guts for days on end. Unlike their brains, they have the largest hind gut to body ratio of any mammal. You got shit for brains. Many herbivorous mammals have adaptations to cope with harsh plant life, taking a toll on its teeth. Rodents, for instance, have teeth, blah, 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 blah. Koalas are no exception. When their teeth erode down to nothing, they resolve the situation by starving to death.
Oh, these really are kind of useless, huh?
Being mammals, koalas raise their joeys on milk, admittedly one of the lowest milk yields to body ratio. There's a trend here. When the young joey needs to transition from rich nourishing substances like milk to eucalyptus, a plant that seems to make it abundantly clear that it doesn't want to be eaten, it finds it does not have the necessary gut flora to digest the leaves. To remedy this, the young joey begins nuzzling its mother's anus until she leaks a little, which he then proceeds to slurp on. This partially digested plant matter gives him what he needs to start developing his own digestive system. These animals deserve to live.
Now, hold on.
This is.
That's not for you to decide, Tom. You're not God.
I'm not. Well, I'm not. Yes, but other humans are deciding to put them out on a endangered species list and make an effort to save them. What are we paying for here? Why are we trying to save?
We're not
an
paying
animal?
anything. This isn't Australia.
This is
Well,
Australia.
what are the
Cats.
Why? Why?
Attention.
So you're saying let
Animals.
them go.
Let them go.
Let them go. God wants them that way.
God, yes.
God
Go home and see Jesus.
Yes.
God is forcing their babies to eat anal juice. So therefore they don't deserve to live.
I mean, Tom does raise a point. When it comes down to that, I would rather die too.
What if they're delicious though?
Koalas are riddled
They're not.
with chlamydia. And
can't eat 'em.
some areas, the infection rate is 80% or higher. This is helped by the fact that one of the few other activities koalas will spend their precious energy on is rape. Despite being seasonal breeders, males seem to either not know or care, and will simply overpower a female regardless of
Where
whether.
are you reading this from?
This was a. I originally saw this video. Some guy made a video about why we should not save the koalas.
Okay.
And then somebody copied the text into a Reddit here. It goes on to say how the koalas rape each other. Koalas have a higher than average quantity of cerebrospinal fluid in their brains to protect the brains from injury should they fall from a tree.
Okay.
An animal so thick it has its own little built-in special ed helmet.
Oh no!
This I'd like to actually ask you a Reddit related question.
Okay.
Can you read down the lists of subreddits that you subscribe to?
This I'm not. Oh yeah, I mean I'm logged in here. Okay.
I'd like to know exactly what subreddits Tom is
So
reading.
most of what I do is for entertainment quality. Okay.
He's prefacing.
So 3D printing, because my kids are into 3D printing.
Okay.
Which, by the way, if anybody knows how to do CAD, I think I talked to you, Vinny.
You asked me, and I was like, "That's out of my pay grade."
Well, I started watching like YouTube videos on how to do it. But the key thing with 3D printing, everybody thinks, oh, there's a million files out there. There's 8 trillion items out there, so there's not like a file for everything you ever wanted to make. So you're inherently you're stuck. You need to know how to do AutoCAD to make what you want on a 3D printer.
Okay.
So if anybody wants a job opportunity who knows how to do AutoCAD, you can make a lot of freaking money making 3D printing files. Anyways, what's this one here? Announcements, whatever that is. Ask men over 30. Ask only women. Ask women. Bourbon. Chubby Fire. Chubby Fire is not what you think it is. Chubby Fire stands for
Go slow. I want to enjoy this.
Financial side of early retirement as an asset. This is the financial. For those who fall between fire and fat fire, these are people who are doing everything in their power to become as wealthy as they can so they can retire early.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's good advice in there. Contagious laughter. That's just a full of funny stuff. CT guns, cool guides, lawyer talk, nootropics. Nootropics is an interesting one. That's the nootropics is the one that's taking supplements and gaining an edge over the other, gaining an edge over society because you're maxing out your potential. Science-based. Let me click on it and see what science-based parenting. You know, I'm a parent. Take reviews, obviously.
What kind of reviews?
The bourbon reviews from Take.
Okay. Where do you find all your subreddits? I'm
They
online
find
now.
me.
Okay, so what are you just looking at your feed?
Yeah, and
Okay.
then the algorithm is strong with you. On
I
this
have
one.
r/Connecticut.
Yeah, I got all of those.
That's ad. So let's see. r/instant regret. So this is covered videos. You know, when people make a mistake or become unalived.
Oh, Weller CYPB up 425 right now.
Woo! Dude, it's worth it. I love that.
Oh, I never thought I would like whiskey that tastes like has a peanut butter flavor to it. It's fantastic.
That's weird. I get cotton candy off the one I had.
Fantastic. It's worth it.
I got Kill Tony. I look at the Kill Tony subreddit.
Yeah, I have the bone to pick with you, Kill Tony.
What?
They stole my intro.
Oh, you're just upset because you designed an intro for this show and it was already in Kill Tony.
Yeah, how dare they know that cultural reference before me?
r/WTF. Here we go. Ask Men Advice. Are you in that one? r/Ask Men Advice.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Okay.
one. Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I got Aliens. r/Aliens.
What's that? Is that like potential alien like videos and stuff?
So
Or everything to do with alien chat?
it's everything to do with alien chat, but the problem is that people are pumping so many fake videos in. Like when the New Jersey drones hit, I was enraptured.
Oh, God.
Right? I was like, oh my God, it's coming. It's time. The New Jersey drones are exactly the moment we're looking for. The Trump's gonna come in and he's gonna tell us that it's aliens and it's gonna be awesome.
It was all FAA.
And then people were posting videos up there like every day. Look at the drones tonight. Watch the drones come out of
Did
the
you see
ocean.
the Jersey politicians go absolutely crazy, demanding from
Yeah.
at the time Biden administration to do something about it? So here, my thought with that is there's drones that the government is using for whatever reason. I think they said. Did you tell me it was the FAA doing topographical?
I was going to say,
work?
it's probably LiDAR stuff.
Right. Yeah.
They can't do it at night.
But
They can't survey the land at night.
so the problem is
they
now
can.
all the drone people are coming out and throwing their drones up there because they think, screw it, I'm gonna mess with people.
Right.
It was this year's Clown in the Woods.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what that was.
Well, I
Single barrels.
we still
Weller
know
single
nothing.
barrels.
You want to believe, Ryan, and I respect you for that.
I want to believe. So I want some kind of conclusive evidence. We've seen video, like the Air Force has released pilot cam footage that says that shows
They
unidentified
don't
things.
they don't call them UFOs anymore. They call them
UAPs.
Yeah.
UAPs.
Unidentified aerial phenomena. So, but at first you were getting real videos from people who were standing on the shore with their cell phones, and then as it went on, some people came with more advanced cameras, so they have night cameras, so that you could actually see what's going on. They were able to zoom in a little bit, and then all the fake stuff flooded.
By the end, I was getting pictures of somebody pulled over on the side of the road saying, "Oh my God, look at all these lights in the air." And it's clearly oncoming traffic reflected in their windshield.
There's a lot of idiots out there too.
And then they post stuff from other countries. So if you only think the UFO activity is here in the U.S., there's lots and lots of these low-res, low-tech images coming out of Turkey or, some other place.
Dash cams. A lot of countries have dash cams, and they see a lot of dash cam stuff.
Yeah.
I tell you, first thing I did when I got my car was put in an awesome dash cam.
I have a dash cam. I need to put it in. I need to hire someone to install it.
You pay for the labor, man. I did it myself. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I just need to find time to do it.
that. Oh, that's the problem. You don't got
Yeah.
time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys don't believe? You think it's all BS?
I don't know. I'm neither here nor there.
Listen, I believe in a lot of things. We have had visitations here.
That's right.
Wasn't one of the things Trump and the new FBI director? Well, they're going to release the Epstein list, and they're going to release.
Area 51 shit.
I thought they were going to do Area 51 shit. I have a feeling it wasn't that impressive.
The best theory I ever heard about Area 51 was the government can't acknowledge that they have a secret military base there because they've been polluting it for so many years. That if they acknowledge it's a military base, all of the other military base rules have to apply. So that was a place where they could dump whatever they wanted.
Well, we know it exists because there's a separate flight from Vegas out to Area 51.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's the name? It's got a lady name.
It's a special jet or something.
It's not Athena. I thought it was a Greek name.
Lucille.
Yeah, look that up.
I am doing it.
Okay, so something like
Janet.
this. Janet. Yes. Damn it, Janet.
Nevada Test and Training Range.
There was something in
Area 51. It's openly they're
Yeah,
not hiding.
but-
Area 51 exists. It's what's inside there. That everyone
Google
knows.
Earth it. It's all blurred out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was somebody who posted something in one of the town chats. They were posting videos of a bright orb in the sky, and everyone's like, "Bro, that's Venus." Like Venus is especially prominent in the night sky this time of year. So look up if you see a bright star. It's Venus, or is it?
Wow, there's some pretty crazy. I'm looking through the other.
Doing some Whistle Pig right now. We're already at 6:09 here. It's 3:30, so yeah, I guess we're actually right on time.
Yeah, works good. I'm thinking I need to get a sandwich now if we're going to do any more spit or swallow.
I'm not participating. I think I drank too much of that sherry, and I don't think it was right.
Nope. I
We're just gonna
definitely
look
feel
over,
weird.
and Vinny's gonna be falling out of his chair.
I didn't think about the potential for poisoning us with any of it. I mean,
Well, I it occurred to me, but then I had the idea. Well, it's got alcohol in it, so theoretically it's sterile, but it doesn't mean it's not going to destroy your.
well, the
your
wine,
gut.
sherry is low alcohol.
That one is, but the
Yeah.
other ones, the Seagram's is bottled and bond, but I think all the alcohol's gone out of it. I think that's what evaporated, all the alcohol.
Yeah, there did not have any alcohol smell to it or anything else. I do like the instant regret videos. This is guys screwing around with some fire on their porch.
Oh
and they-
no!
I wish we could put this on the podcast and see it.
I've been trying. It's not working.
So that didn't work as a camera source.
Nope.
Whistle Pig, Whistle Pig, Whistle Pig.
Let me
You know what? Give me 1 sec.
No.
I'm having. Are you having the same brainstorm I'm having?
reboot the splitter.
Well, no. You have the HDMI to the output
It is.
as opposed to it being an input?
This is input.
Yeah, but coming out of the TV.
No, it's coming out of my computer. And splitting to both sources. Try it now. See what happens.
Have fun with it.
It's not like there's millions of people watching. There's like 6 of us.
And we appreciate every one of you.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this will be recorded for later.
Just looking at all the stuff, squat bottles sold.
Along the furry lines, there's some.
Oh my God! I'm starting to wonder if you got some suppressed desires yourself.
No, my God, I could never wear one of those things.
Holy hot!
So, I was wondering what my wife was reading the other night. She spends
Oh, no.
There we go.
she spends a lot of time in the Kindle, reading the books.
She still uses
And-
a Kindle.
No, I mean she has like an iPad or whatever. But
Yeah.
I asked her. I said, "Hey, can you send me some of the passages of what you're reading? I'm kind of curious. Engaging with my wife." So, she did, and I got to tell you that I can't read some of those passages live.
What
would
books is
get,
she reading?
It's a lot of romance novels.
Yeah, I get
It's-
that.
it's
Ladies
mostly-
love that stuff.
It's smut.
It's mommy porn.
Yes. So I'm not going to read any of it to you now because it is kind of dirty. I'm hoping to find some that are more funny, but I realize that I have to read
not
a lot
funny.
of this to find
It's
the funny ones.
right. It's not. She's not reading comedy books.
You know, but there was one that sounded so goddamn ridiculous. I ordered it for the lulz. You know, I like a good ridiculous thing.
Yeah.
A vampire Viking angel.
All right. So I found a book description. So they put a description of the book out ahead of time so that then you can download it. And I went on to a site. This has got 4.08 stars, so 4 stars out of 5. And the title is called Flawed Creatures, a Monster Romance.
Oh, you lose me a little bit. Anything past a vampire.
All right. So I'm not going to read the description of it because it's all about like hitmen and captive kings and gods and creatures and things like that. But down the bottom, it gives you information about the book. Additional content information. MMMF. So male, 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 female. A foursome with 3 dudes and a chick.
Oh, yeah.
what are we reading?
We're reading mommy porn. Tom, stay with the group.
This is monster romance. Okay, you ready for the list of things that happen in the book?
Sure.
Polyamorous relationships,
Well, duh.
headless horseman decapitation during sexy and non-sexy times, talk of the consumption of human flesh, obsession, stalking, dubcon. I don't know what dubcon is.
I didn't know Cannibal Holocaust was a romance subgenre.
I don't want.
Dubcon refers to sex involving dubious consent in fan works. That still doesn't
All right, it goes on. Incubus,
indicates that consent is unknown, not established. Oh, this is some.
Incubi are just straight out nefarious entities, though. Like, how is this? I would love to see how they spun that into eroticism.
villains, violence
there
and
it is.
light gore,
Oh,
teased vor. I don't know what that is. Is there a difference between gore and vor? V-O-R-E. Zombies, gambling and addiction, magic drug use, a whip made from a human spine,
What was the Vor one?
V-O-R-E.
Yeah, I what was the whole thing? The whole thing?
Teased vor.
just type in vor. There it is.
Yeah, I know. Names of members of groups corresponding to adjectives ending in vorous.
That checks out. Vampires, cannibals.
Okay.
yeah.
Carnivores.
Continue.
PIV. I don't know what PIV is.
Oh, that's
Oh, okay. P in V.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
Got
thinking.
it. Got it.
yeah.
Anal, etc. Comfortable confinement.
Like
Well, it
being
sounds
under
like
a
a
blanket.
vacation.
Furry handcuffs.
Okay.
Complicated people and their messy relationships. Biting. Light somnophilia.
Oh no.
Somnophilia.
That's someone who wants to have sex with someone who's asleep.
I thought you said zom.
Not zom. Oh, somnophilia. We discovered a new one.
There's what's the
That was Warm Bodies.
The one I did have. So you know how you sleepwalking? There's sex sleep too, or sleep.
That's what that is. Yeah, somnophilia.
No. That's somebody who wants to have sex with somebody who's sleeping. There's somebody who's sleeping
And having sex.
and having sex.
Okay. Murder. This is going to get us kicked off for sure. We're saying all the words.
Aren't we over 21 on YouTube or something?
God, I hope so.
Forced submission. I'll skip some of these because all right, hang on. Magic lust, guns, bombs.
This is all in that one book.
Yeah, we're only like a third of the way through the list. And some of these I'm definitely not going to say. Restraints, chains. Wow. Car racing.
What was the book again?
It's called Flawed Creatures by Beatrix Hollow. So, I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, you could definitely find it. Oh,
The
did you
book
know?
cover is quite interesting.
Did you know there's a whole series of Sasquatch romance novels?
There's a it's a recurring thing whenever he comes out with a new book. Chuck Tingle. It's like God, I hope we're over 21 on this. It's like blasted in my butt by my T-Rex pastor or something.
A Sasquatch romance story. Explore the enigmatic forests of the Pacific Northwest in a Sasquatch romance, where Julia, a determined biologist, uncovers the existence of a mysterious Sasquatch. As their worlds intertwine, she learns of Sasquatch's role as the guardian of the forest and its ancient secrets. This gripping tale blends romance, myth, and environmentalism, revealing the profound connection between humanity and nature, challenging our understanding of the wild and the unknown.
Here's one of the first things that come up with that Chuck Tingle guy. My food is by, and so am I.
Food?
My food is. He's got some interesting topics.
Chuck Tingle?
Chuck Tingle.
That's a
great Thong Quixote.
Thong Quixote? Wow.
Can we buy the rights to that, please, Chief? Please. Oh, here it is. Here's one.
All right, Vinny, tell everybody
Tom,
You
else.
can't even say the title.
You
That's
gotta take over.
you can't
You can't say it.
you
Can you you know,
Pounded in my tuchus by my handsome sentient library card who seems otherworldly, but in reality is just a natural part of the priceless resources our library system provides.
That's the title of the book. That whole thing.
wow. I feel like Chuck Tingle does drugs.
Or he needs to.
Or he's laughing his way to the bank.
Yeah.
He's written some serious stuff too that actually is supposed to be very good, but this is where he made his mark.
Here's the title: Turned gay by the existential dread that I may actually be a character in a Chuck Tingle book.
That's wow, getting meta.
Wow.
Not pounded by anything. 6 platonic.
Oh my God. Trans wizard Harriet Porber and the bad boy Parasopiolus. So I can't even say these words. And there's 50 pages of these. He's got 500 books. It can't be written by one person.
Yeah, it is. He doesn't. There's a picture. I want to see what this guy looks like.
I'm going to get a sandwich.
So I look at this guy. He's at the 2024 WonderCon. He's wearing a bag with sunglasses over his head. Wearing a bag over his head with sunglasses. I don't know if he doesn't want to be known. Clearly,
I believe he does that. They say his son is acting as his agent and releasing these things, but everybody, I think the theory is it's all this one guy, and he's created like multiple personas as
So
like
it's
a
like-
distribution chain.
right? Well, it's like Banksy, the artist.
Yeah.
He keeps himself all hidden in private and whatever. How do we get on this subject?
Because Ryan's wife is reading things adjacent.
Things adjacent. Where
Sorry,
are we?
Mrs. Brecklin. I'm sure it's not this bad.
We're at lot 655. Are we almost done with the auction here?
Yeah.
I think we're almost done with the whiskey auction and the. Let me click back on it here. Yeah, 656. We end at 663. We got 5 lots left. We got a couple minutes left here in the auction.
Ryan's gonna be gone getting a sandwich while we.
Yeah, no, he's getting a sandwich and thinking about Chuck Tingle. Let's look at the wine auction for a second here. So 4 o'clock. So it's probably going to be. It's listed as a different auction. So it's in the app. Once you scroll up a little bit, there's a wine auction. So. This is the whiskey auction is going to end in a minute, and then in about 15 minutes, the wine auction is going to start going off. I think we're just finishing up with some Yellowstone here. We're at Y. The wine auction starts at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We start off with some Anaconda, Helena, Montana Vineyard, Knights Valley Cabernet, some good stuff. There's some really good wine coming up in the wine auction. Stuff that you cannot buy anywhere because it's not available, and there's some good vintages too.
And literal cases of it.
Yes, and then for shipping with wine, most of the wine people know. The standard is to ship the bottles only. If you want the OWB, the outer wood box, please just tell us that, and then we'll ship the whole thing. Obviously, it's going to cost more than the usual 25, 15, or excuse me, 25 per bottle, 25 initial bottle, $10 bottle after that. But I'm scrolling through all the stuff here. Got some champagne, a lot of Italians, a
There's
lot of
some
Napa.
Dom Perignon from the 70s, 80s in there.
Yeah, Dom Perignon. You got you got an 08, 2008 Dom Brut Champagne, and then you got the Rosé 05. Again, a lot of Italian, some dusty old Bordeaux's in there. Ink Grade. I love the name Ink Grade. Andesol, Napa Valley. I wonder what that wine tastes. I've never had it before. Very good stuff. That was a quick sandwich.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to leave you hanging.
Yeah, no worries. We're just talking about the whiskey auction is done.
It's done. It's over.
Yeah,
Opa!
we're in purgatory before the wine auction starts here. So I was just going over that. Shipping for the bottles is the same price. If you want the outer wooden box, it's going to be more, and by request.
It's really got to go in a separate box because you can't ship that whole case.
You can't. We can't pack the bottles in the when these cases come from distributors. They're usually packed in a pallet. So there's 20 cases on a pallet or 10 cases, and then they, when they deliver it to the restaurants and the stores, it doesn't really matter. But from our facility out to you, we do offer complimentary storage for a couple months. I think is it 60 days? I think we offer
Something like that. With the wine, sometimes you can't ship it.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about it being February, you could ship it. It's not going to get too hot.
Could get too cold though. That's also a problem.
Yeah, the cold. We had I had a bad experience with the cold on a whiskey cork. It actually made the cork shrink and it leaked. Leaving it out in my car, brand new bottle. So too cold is a problem. I think for shipping wise, it's not that bad. But yeah, check it out. Check out the wine.
You're asking if we're covering the wine auction? Like, going to run over the top of it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I suppose we have to launch the stream in that auction, right? Because if you were
Well,
on
that's
the app,
just a change there, but we'll keep this stream going on the Facebook and the YouTubes.
yeah. So the question then is this stream automatically in the wine auction? Can you pull up the wine auction on your device and
Yeah,
see if
should
we're
be able
live
to.
in there?
It's not. It's
Let's
not.
take a look.
It's not there. No, it's not there yet. I
I
think
see.
I have to go into that clerking screen again.
I see. Yeah. Okay. We'll
So we
just
may have
go
to
ahead
just-
and do that now.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break here on, well, at least on.
No, you don't have to do anything other than just leave the camera running in OBS and just go over to Good Bottle and start this up.
What are we gonna do with all the glass bottles we got
What glass bottles?
in the kitchen? We got all these all the empties.
I saved some empties as props for videos so that I could
All right.
put iced tea in them.
I'll
when
try
I-
to. You know what I'm
when
gonna probably do is I'll probably put them underneath the cabinets.
Yeah, we'll save a
The
couple.
cheap
of
one.
empties.
Do you want? Yeah. All right. Well, there's quite a few. There's some nice. There's an empty Van Winkle bottle in there.
I'm very tempted to
What about the
try one of these.
lady that makes boozy candles?
Oh, she wants those. Yeah.
I know.
All right, hey, now give me a second. Let's provide a clean start for this this wine auction. All right, and all right.
Now we're
commence
live.
talking.
Now we're live on the wine
Now
auction.
we're on the wine auction, baby.
Well, Tom, don't say anything dumb about wine.
Where's lot one?
Right away, he goes, "Where's lot one?"
Aren't you in your wish list?
Yeah. I think there's a lot of opportunity in this wine auction. There's good quantities. I tried a bunch of these. We poured some of these at the Mohegan Sun Wine Fest, and people loved them. They were funny though, as they had more and more drinks. They were trying to get me to open more and more bottles. I'm like, no, we have to finish this one first. Finish the wine that's open, and then we'll talk. But they couldn't handle any more wine. They just wanted selfies instead.
Yeah. I think there's a point of no return with that.
Yeah. Some interesting fortified wines in here too.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. There's a Camus, some pre-21 Camus in here. The Colgin is probably got the best reputation dollar-wise here. Soul of the Lion is another good one. Big name.
11 minutes till the lots start closing.
Yep.
Well, hey, at least we're on ahead of schedule on Bid Wrangler on this one. Make
Yeah.
it for the whiskey one.
Yeah, well, we had some technical issues and, didn't get it. Did you guys finish talking about Chuck Tingle?
Yeah, pretty much.
'Kay.
We wrapped it up. I apologized to Mrs. Brecklin. I was like, I don't think this is nearly as bad as what you're reading.
No, I don't think that. But because she's always hunting for a new book, like she'll tell me the general plots and the different novels that she's reading, and it's amazing because it's all mixed up. Sometimes it's a gay love story, sometimes it's a straight story, sometimes there's people with interesting careers and jobs, and I imagine if you're a writer, you have to do a lot of research so that you don't sound foolish when you're talking about someone's career.
I don't know. I read all them 50 Shades of Grey books. She didn't seem to do much research into anything.
You read
She's-
50 Shades of Grey?
I read all 3, baby,
Why?
for the laughs.
Wait, what's funny about it? I thought that was like dark BDSM.
It's most
So
people
if
would
I
call it
try to
soft.
explain it, I'll probably get in trouble from like Ez. She'll chime in and be like, "No, that's a different community.
You're
It is not an accurate depiction of the BDSM community."
okay.
So in the fact that it's just a really unhealthy relationship that this girl like bumbles into,
Okay.
and also it's like a British woman who has clearly never stepped foot in America and is like using what she believes is Americanisms. She's like, I applied pressure to the foot pedal on my car and zoomed away,
Oh.
as opposed to like pedal to the metal.
Oh.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you would need to change the window for over to wine
Yep.
on the stream here,
mm-hmm.
or did you not do it yet?
Not yet, because I'll work on that right now.
Well, congratulations, guys. We're at 3 hours. A wine should go pretty quick.
There's only 80 some odd lots.
Yeah, the wine should go quick. I hope the wine bidders are ready
Yeah. Right. Because it's gonna
because they like to play ping pong back and forth when we were doing a live auction there.
These
The
guys are
first-
sharks.
the first auction that we did. All the wine bids came in at the last minute,
Well, they all just
last second.
click the button,
Right.
click the button, click the button.
In this case, it's going to extend it and make it take a long time.
I don't know why people don't just put the max bid in and let the system bid on their behalf. I don't know if they don't trust it or something or what. But
Yeah, so there's different ways to bid, right? When you click that red button to drop down the bid, you can increase the increment by 1. You can put in what's called a max bid, and that max bid is confidential, right? If you put it to $500, $1,000, $10,000, they have to bid against your max bid up to the top. So if you already know how much you're going to pay for something, or how much you're willing to pay, why not put it in?
right.
There's no shenanigans there. It's not like somebody on our end can see it and be like, ha ha ha, I'm going to run this guy up. No, it doesn't work that way.
Right.
We hold everybody's information confidential. Like I've had people call up and ask and say, "Hey, who was bidding against me?" And I'm like, "Well, I can't show you who, but I can show you that the bids are real, because
Right.
we're transparent that way." But the first time we did wine, yeah, it was late at night. I remember it was like 8:00 at night. We were tired. It was our first auction ever. We had an audience, and the wine bidders just were there live, one increment at a time. They're like, "No, I'll pay more. No, I'll pay more. No, I'll pay more." It'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't have it up on my screen. 7 minutes and 34 seconds. People are calling us. If they are listening to the stream, we can't answer the phone because we're in a show.
I would like to arrange pickup.
Yeah. I know I said it before, but I'll say it again. The link in the invoice has been updated, so
Nice.
they can schedule pickups. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if I opened up my email. I already have some appointments in there.
There is a 100% chance.
Oh, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
Oh yeah, I checked my emails. There's 100%. There's
schedules, pickup schedule.
well, no, like people. Oh, I want to set up pickup, or I need shipping, or whatever. So
Okay. A lot of this wine you'd be better off picking up because there's big boxes here. It's a pain to ship.
yeah, I have a feeling that there's our usuals here.
So what you can do is you can see when the auction's going to end because the last one will be. So we got 48 minutes worth of wine is what it looks like. 85 lots takes 48 minutes.
I'm gonna step out for 1 minute before it starts.
I'm probably
much-
gonna get a sandwich myself.
I'm looking at the prices and stuff and everything.
If that sherry was gonna kill us, it probably would have done it by now, right?
I don't know. I got some bubble guts going on over here, and it may or may not
I
be
spit
related.
it out. You guys swallowed it. You
No,
guys are
I
nuts.
didn't. I didn't swallow the shit.
Well, I did.
Yeah, but I did swallow that prohibition.
Oh, the pedigree.
Yeah, and that I like instantly regretted it.
Maybe this is not a segment we should continue.
I still want to do it. I want to try something else. I got Irish coffee. Let me try it.
Oh, Ryan.
Irish coffee liqueur.
Who will save you from yourself?
You guys are gonna try it?
No.
Mm-mm.
All set. I don't like this segment anymore.
Oh, the cap is so rusted I can't get it off.
I'm
It's
going
gonna
home.
cut
I
my
don't
The
hand.
fact it's rusty should tell you something. Don't drink it.
And don't get
I-
any rust particles
I need pliers to get this
into
off.
it.
Oh man.
Oh, we gonna die, y'all.
Nope, it won't open. I'm gonna cut my hand on it. All right, so
Garbage can.
this one has prevented me from opening it. So I'll do
God
this
is
one.
good.
says No.
Cocoa Ribe, Wild Island coconut, and other natural flavors with Virgin Islands rum. Oh, this should probably be pretty good. Produced by Caribe Company, Cincinnati, Ohio. What? They don't make this in the Caribbean? It's from Ohio.
Ohio.
Well, it doesn't smell terrible. Oh, it doesn't look terrible either. It's white or clear. There might be some whiskey in that glass. I might have just mixed them. It smells like terrible, bitter, artificial coconut. Take a look at it in the glass. You know what? I'm going to do it fresh. I think I had whiskey in there. Let's rinse it out. Everybody's leaving me prior to the wine going. See you later. Oh, I'll never get this coconut smell out of the glass. Ever. But here we go. Cocoa Ribe. It is syrupy thick, sweet. It's like somebody tried to imitate coconut rum. And I feel, you know what? If you like that artificial sweetener flavor and coconut, maybe on ice cream, maybe. I swallowed it. I keep forgetting that I don't have to do that. Blech. Blech. Vinny would probably like this. I'm going to see if he'll try it. You know, okay, I got it. I figured it out. It's like I just drank suntan lotion. That's what it is. It's like that smell of the cheap suntan lotion that smells like coconut or tanning oil. That's it. Cheap tanning oil from the 80s or the 90s. Damn it. Maybe we have to rethink this bit. Whew. All right, let's take. How long do we got until wine starts? 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Let's go back over some of the basics. If you are buying wine at auction, you can pick it up here at our facility in Connecticut. We schedule a pickup. The link is on your invoice. Your invoice can be found in the app. If you don't have the app, you can download the app in the Google Play Store or in the iTunes Store. It is the easiest way to interface with us. We send push notifications when the catalogs are live. We send the push notifications when you win something or when you get outbid. The system works great. It's absolutely the way you should do it. Oh, Tom's finding another bottle. What'd you get?
No, I'm picking 3-year.
Here, have some Master's Keep 7-year. If
Seven
you
or, 7 or 17?
17.
There you go.
If you need shipping, you just reply to the invoice, right? Send us a message, give us a call. We can add it on. It's really easy.
We have a lot of emails already. People asking how to pay. It's if you have the app or you're logged on, it's just click on your account, and it's another tab to the right, billing.
Yeah, and if you're using the web interface, it's the same thing. Go to your account. Billing is in there. We will send them. We'll email the invoices for anybody who doesn't automatically pay. And then if you ghost us, after a couple days, we just hit the credit card on file. So if you want to pay cash or you want to pay check, that's available too. You just have to let us know so that we don't automatically hit the wrong card. The key is just reach out to us and be cool. That's all. That's how we run the whole business.
Most people are just sending emails. Hey, I need shipping quote, or I need shipping, or blah blah blah. So most people got it.
We're off to the races on wine. First one's ending in 14 seconds. This should be fun. I think that as we move forward with the business and as we grow, we're going to get more wine sellers. You know, a lot of this is new old stock. It's in fantastic condition. It was in great cellars. If we get something that's a little iffy, we're going to tell you. You know, some of these old bottles of Bordeaux, they're 50, 60 years old. Yeah, it's sold as is. Take a shot. See what it's like. I opened 2 on New Year's. One was fantastic. I think it was from the 70s. It was fantastic. And then I opened another one, and it was kind of ghosty, you know?
There's the first one, the Anaconda, sold. We're on to the Barolo 4-bottle group. Now we got cases. A lot of these cases came from a restaurant, so they're all fresh. They were stored properly.
I think we indicated that, too.
Yeah, we did that. We put that right in there. Purchased from distributor. It came from a wholesaler, went to a restaurant or a retailer. They obviously stored it properly in a temperature-controlled cellar. Then it came to us, which we also cellared it properly. So you don't have to worry about bad bottles or anything. Everything here is good to go.
Unless otherwise noted.
Right. Some of these bottles here, some of the older estate bottles or whatever, yeah, those are
They
obviously
are what they are, yeah.
those are different. But
All right, so I tried the Coco Ribe while you were away.
you didn't keel over in pain, so
It was a mistake. It's very sweet. It's thick and syrupy. It is pretty gross.
Sounds gross.
It tasted like cheap tanning oil from the 80s. Not that I've drank that, but that smell.
Yeah.
Remember, like, you go on vacation with your parents or something, and people didn't use sunblock. They
Right.
used tanning oil.
Right.
It was like that coconut tanning oil, the cheap kind that came in the copper tone.
or
Copper tone.
copper tone, or what the heck is it? No name, no ad, or whatever it was.
Noad? Yeah, could have been that. You know, they make a perfume. It's called like Summer or something like that, and it smells just like that. So you know, if a woman wants to smell like that, you can have it just in a perfume.
Some of the tanning oils or lotions, they smell. I actually like the smell of them, but the modern ones, anyways.
Sure. Noad. So
So it shows we're off the air here, Vinny.
did the camera go down?
No, I'm in the clerking panel here, and
We're not live in the app.
that's what it looks like.
Okay. I never pulled up the Facebook chats.
There's
It might be on my clerking panel. It says off air, but no, it's loading broadcast.
I got a comment from
Got it.
earlier.
We're good.
Someone asked, "Did Tom just say Invicta watches look fantastic?"
Yeah.
LOL.
They look fantastic from 100 feet away. Here we go. Where we on lot 6, 7 sold.
We're still live on Facebook. We got a bunch of comments. I'm going to throw a like and say hello. They're saying the volume was low on Facebook. What's the volume look like in OBS?
pitched up as far as it could possibly be.
As far as it can go. All right, so we got to work on that. We don't know what's up. It's got to be some encoder setting. It's got to be somewhere in the streaming software. Could be the RTMP plugin that's multi-streaming out to everybody.
Well, that's kind of new to us too. This guy.
We've used it
Is
before,
elite.
yeah.
Well, this is a late edition though. This one.
Yeah. I like that it's putting the closed captions out on the Facebook stream. Pretty cool that it does that automatically.
Cake Bread Cellars. Looks like a Magnum, 1.5 liter.
Magnum.
Those Magnums are cool. Uh-oh. What are you going for now?
Well, I already had wild turkey. Vinny, you should try this coconut liqueur.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm gonna try.
He's going for Tums
He's got the Tums on the table. That's hilarious.
after drinking that gross sherry.
You're gonna be laying in bed and you're gonna start. You're
Alright.
just heartburn central. Oh, I guess you're eating the Tums. That should counteract it.
Mm-hmm.
Go for the Cranberria.
All right. Just because I'm adventurous. The original cranberry liqueur, artificially colored. Cointreau, 40 proof. So this isn't even 80 proof.
You don't have to do it, dude.
I'm going to do it. I got some great tasting notes like sunscreen out of the coconut one.
Sunscreen, it shouldn't be a tasting note.
There you go, cranberry. Give it a little sniff. Oh, wow. I'm going to put it in the glass, but I doubt it's going in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Take a look at it there. It's got legs.
I think this might be one time where you don't want legs.
Here, just smell it.
Don't, dude. Wait
Nope.
till after the show for that one.
Nope.
Don't do that.
Nope.
That is bad. That is rancid. That is literally rancid.
That is what's
That's the Cranberria.
yeah. It's bad.
Yeah, put that in the bucket.
You know what it smells like? Malta Goya.
I don't know what that is.
You ever had Malta Goya?
Nope.
It's a malt beverage. Brewed but non-alcoholic.
Our Spanish teacher brought it in for.
Here, pass
For
it to
us.
Vinny. Vinny, give that a sniff.
Nah.
You can put it in the slop bin. So let's recount what's in the slop bin.
Esmeralda has confirmed Malta Goya is gross.
Yeah. It's like a Moxie. You ever have Moxie?
I hate Moxie.
The soda.
Yeah. Moxie is.
I've
tastes
had
like
it.
tar.
The first sip was
Disgusting.
awful, but then it actually it was all right. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but
It's hard to find. He's got it all over in Maine.
yeah.
They actually stock that. No, they stock it down here.
Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yeah, they replaced my Mellow Yellow with that. It's made by Coca-Cola, so it's like they're like, well, what stupid off-brand isn't selling as well?
I don't understand the appeal to Moxie though.
It tastes like tar.
yeah, it's malt.
Red Bull
Malt
tastes
soda.
awful, and people still drink it. So
You don't like the taste of Red Bull?
I love Red Bull, but
No, Red Bull tastes bad.
Really?
like to somebody who doesn't drink energy drinks or whatever, it's awful.
Did
But
you
I
ever-
like it.
Did you ever see what the first iteration of Red Bull looked like? No, like nobody liked it because the can was weird. It didn't sell well at the beginning, and they changed the can right away. Look up early Red Bull. So, yeah, it's like a 6-ounce half. It looks like a pony beer, like one of those 6-ounce pony beers. Nobody bought it. It tasted bad. Nobody liked it.
Oh yeah.
They changed the can to that tall, skinny can, also for product placement because they put their own coolers in the stores. And then they started feeding it to adventure athletes, daredevils, and told everybody that it gives you wings. And boom, it's a huge success.
That was a great marketing campaign.
They distributed it all on their own. You remember the little cars they had? The
Yep.
little Red Bull cars?
There's
Yeah.
Austrian
Really?
entrepreneur Dietrich Matschkitz.
Oh, that's the original? Oh, yeah, no, that's not appealing.
Launched in 1987.
I didn't realize it was that old. I didn't realize it was 87.
It is the third most valuable soft drink brand
Mm-hmm.
behind Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Originally available in only a single nondescript flavor, sold in tall and slim silver blue can called Red Bull Energy Drink. They've added all the variants over time. Red Bull gives you wings. And then they slap the logo onto those people who wear the squirrel suits and jump off the mountains to their death.
There's in 1976, Chaleo U Davida introduced a drink called Krating Dang in Thailand, which means red gar in English. It's popular among Thai truck drivers and laborers.
All right, checks out.
While working for German manufacturer Blendax, later acquired by Procter & Gamble, Dietrich Metchevich traveled to Thailand and met Chaleo, owner of a pharmaceutical company. Interesting. During his visit, Matsushitz discovered that Krating Dang helped cure his jet lag. And I bet you the original Red Bull has some great shit in it, especially if it's in Thailand.
Well, so did the original Coca-Cola. So.
Right. Coca-Cola still imports coca leaves. Did you know that? I believe it's still part of the recipe.
So this made me think of something I was looking up the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Red Bull gives you wings, right? Red Bull sponsors all these daredevil athletes. I decided to look up the history of the wingsuit. You know, those squirrel suits the guys jump off the mountain.
Yep.
It started in 1912. People started making wingsuits. And the first attempt was a 33-year-old tailor, Franz Reichelt. He jumped from the Eiffel Tower to test his
that guy
parachute
just died.
wing.
He
got the crap killed out of him.
Yes, yes. He hesitated a long time before he jumped, and he died when he hit the ground headfirst, opening a measurable hole in the frozen ground.
Did they measure the hole? Because that could have been a world record.
Right.
Isn't that how Mayday gets away in A View to a Kill? Grace Jones?
Oh, I don't know.
She jumps off the Eiffel Tower in a ring suit. Hers is more successful.
Okay, well, that makes sense. So in 1912, then the first wingsuit starts to come out, and the next one comes out in 1930. They were using it during parachute jumps. But here's the funny thing. And go through the whole article. You see people doing the wingsuits. You see people gliding. You see a bunch of videos in here. And then record keeping, who uses... and you get down to the bottom of this article, and this is where it gets fascinating. There's a link to how many people have died.
in the gliding suits, the flying squirrel suits.
Yep. So let's see. List of fatalities due to wingsuit flying. Obviously, our buddy Franz, the first one, 1912. And let's see if I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Red Bull
17,
depends.
18.
The ingredients vary from country to country. That's interesting.
That's true of a lot of things, though.
Yeah, well, like the whole thing with going on right now with RFK and the whole red dye and the Fruit Loops in Canada versus U.S. Yeah, I wonder if
There's over 100 people have died from wingsuits. 100. Guys, maybe
Cold
don't do
selling off.
this.
If the Lord
They're
had
thrill
intended
seekers.
us to fly,
are they, because the suit fails, or is it because they slam into a cliff?
Here's this guy, Dominic, June of 2023. Experienced wingsuit flyer died in a crash landing in Switzerland. He had nearly 2,000 jumps under his belt over the last 10 years. He lost speed after performing a corkscrew maneuver, initiated a flare that caused further deceleration as opposed to gaining altitude. After 2 failed attempts to pull his parachute cord, he was successful on the 3rd attempt.
Third attempt, they had 3.
Yeah. It was too late, and he impacted in a horizontal body position. Oh.
Or is that? Oh, he just smacked right on the ground.
I'll be pancaked.
Wow.
All right, Shane's coming in hot with some facts.
Okay.
The Red Bull has built an amazing racing program. Their F1 team won the championship last year. Oh wait, and then he just retracted one.
So all right, the Dakar rally race. That's if I had time and money is no object. I want to do the Dakar rally road race there. That thing and that,
What, you want to drive?
or be involved somehow.
You can't just get behind a wheel and drive those things. It takes a lifetime to learn how to drive.
I know it's like F1 race or whatever, but the car rally, here it is.
I've driven it.
They go the whole length of Africa, I think, or most of Africa.
But I've driven at Lime Rock, the little racetrack that we have here in Connecticut, and I was so bad at it that basically the drivers behind me were like honking their horns and flashing their high beams.
What'd you do?
I drove at Lime Rock
Yeah.
of Viper, and I was so bad at it I couldn't get up to speed because I was just afraid of crashing
All
the
right.
whole
So
time.
so all right. Let me give you my hero story. Intoxicated masculinity. Here we come. So my wife got me the little package at it was either Lime Rock or one of the ones over here.
Okay.
You drive an exotic.
Okay.
So they had a Nissan GTR, the Lambo, Ferrari, a whole bunch of them, and I actually ended up buying two packages. And most of the people are just driving like they're going to the goddamn grocery store. So I get in there and I look at the guy. I go, no issues with opening it up. He goes, no, please do. And I fucking floored it. I was so proud of myself. I went around the turns, drifted it. He goes, finally, somebody who wants to drive. Because everybody gets in and drives it like they're going to the grocery. Dude, you're renting a car. They got insurance.
Yeah, hello.
Drive the damn thing.
Yes, I'm gonna drive.
I want to see what this bitch can do.
But okay, so you gotta understand. They used to do like
This wasn't even the main track. They had a little thingy in the back there, which I was a little upset about. I wanted to go on the track.
Yeah. No, I was on the track.
See, I was in the back. It was a turns. It was designed more for drifting and hard turns, and you were testing your braking and drifting skills and everything else, which was okay, fine, but it was short, real short.
Yeah.
You had 3 loops. You were allowed to go 3 loops, if I remember correctly.
So we would go to media day, and they would let you drive the car. And one year I drove the car, and I was young and I had inexperienced, and I just did it because I didn't want to crash and everything else. And the instructor was kind about it. But then the following year I went, and they said, somebody crashed last year, so now you can only do ride-alongs. I was like, what? Yeah, one of the media people crashed the car into the rails and damaged it. So they said the driver will drive
Oh, the
you.
media people did, not the people paying for the experience.
Yeah, this wasn't a pay-for thing. This was a free day. that
Gotcha.
Because we were members of the media, they allowed us to go.
Gotcha.
And one of the media persons crashed it, and they said, no more. You're going to take a ride with a professional driver. So he's going to give you a great ride, which is fun to go around the racetrack at speed. And we hit, 190 probably a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
And this was late in the day, so they'd already been driving for hours. And, they make you put on the fire suit and the helmet and everything. And we got in, we started going around the track. And it's fun, right? You're getting all the G-forces. He goes, hang on, man. These brakes are hot. They're not working as good. And I go, oh, come on. And he goes, they're hot. I don't know. Let's see what happens. He gets down the straightaway.
What
right
kind
by
of car was
the
it you were
grandstands.
driving?
It was another Viper. Yeah.
Oh, Viper. I would. Okay.
Well, they break free pretty easy.
Mhm.
So he hits 190, and he goes, all right. And he goes, uh-oh. No brakes. And
Pump
I
the
go,
brakes.
the track has changed now, but this was probably back in the late 90s. The track just ran out into the woods. So you had to take a turn normally on the track, but they had like a run out, and it just went into trees. There was no guardrail there. They kind of put it there as
Was it one of those uphill deals too? No.
not even. It's just the track ended.
They did the handbrake work? No.
So he hit the handbrake and it was helping, but it threw us into a spin. So now we're spinning around, and he's doing that to try and slow the car down because we were at 190. So he's spinning the car as a brake, holding onto the handbrake, and we're going around in circles. And he's like, "We're gonna crash. It's gonna hurt. Get ready." And
That's
I'm
the
like,
worst thing because then you tense up and it's even worse. You're better off
Right.
falling asleep at that moment.
Right. So yeah,
Quick,
Well,
narcolepsy,
he was
go.
so calm about it. He's like, "We're gonna crash," and I'm like, "All right, let's go." And when we got to the end of the run out, we hit the dirt, and the dirt softened up a lot. And I ended maybe 6-8 inches from a tree trunk on the passenger door. It was right by my window, and I was like,
So the vehicle didn't get wrecked or anything. You were all right.
"It did." Well, we threw up a lot of dirt, but
It happens.
we just sat there for a while because the brakes were so hot. He didn't even want to take it back. He couldn't go the wrong way on the track, so we had to do another loop with the brakes hot like that. So that was exciting, almost dying.
Memorable moment,
Yeah.
Yeah, so Shane retracted his comment because he needed to do better math, and he said the squirrel suit thing that relates to less than 1 fatality per year. To be fair,
No. No,
Yeah, but there's only like 10 people a year doing it.
No,
Right.
if you amortize it since 1913, but in 2024 alone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just according to Wikipedia.
How many attempts, though?
Well, some of these people are like, oh, 2,000 jumps. I'm like, 2,000 jumps. Aren't you good at that point? Haven't you done enough jumps? Right? You made it through 2,000. You're like, don't push it to 2001.
After one, I'd be like, well, I did it. Check it off the list.
Yeah. Yeah.
We good.
Equipment malfunction, died on impact.
There's not much mechanical shit going on, so that's
Crashed into a rock wall several times. Russian wingsuit flyer died after crashing into a rock face.
I think I looked at this on Wikipedia, all the deaths. They listed out. They have a nice little spreadsheet there.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of content here. Wow. Parachute failed to open. Thousands of jumps. Okay, help me out here. 17th November 2020, Vince Refit, United Arab Emirates, Jetman pilot, died during a training flight with his jet-powered wingsuit.
Oh,
That adds a new element to it.
But what happened to the... Did he crash or did the jet explode? Oh, it's something that you can go and do in Dubai.
You could do anything in Dubai.
It's a wingsuit with jet engines that allow you to fly.
no, I'm good.
It's cool. It looks just like you would think. It's got a big wing on it. The jet wing. Oh, and then you could become one of the jet men. Oh, they wear helmets. That's cute. so
Yay.
wait a second. Why would you also wear a helmet? Right? Isn't the option just succeed or not?
Yeah, well, it's well, a lot of motorcyclists have the same argument. They're like, if your attempt is futile, if you get into a wreck, you're screwed.
Well, the thing is, you could get into a very minor wreck, and the helmet helps.
Yeah, we're into the Fattoria de Barbi Reserva Brunello.
I don't think you should try to pronounce the wines.
Not the Italian ones.
I hope my wife's bidding on some of these. There's a lot of Italians. She loves Italians.
Oh yeah, there you go. The good-looking wines. These are single bottles. These came in from an estate. 71, 78, 78, 81. These are some old reds.
They're interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm. Then we have a 4-bottle here, 1982. And we're about to go back into some Californias here. Fogcatcher, Paso Robles, Red Blend. That's interesting looking stuff out here, guys. Pay attention. There's some good wines here.
My screen went down over here, and I can't share any more content with you guys. Let's see if I can fix it.
What we got here?
come everything in the studio didn't work all the time?
You guys are the worst IT people on the planet.
What? Look at all the stuff that we did right.
Yeah, but this is kind of a, well, I don't want to say it's an all or nothing, but you should show a picture of the studio here, the amount of wires hanging around here. You guys are like a couple of 1990s DJs here with before hard drives existed.
Well, here we have a main screen so that Tom and Vinny can see what's on my computer. That was supposed to broadcast to the stream. It did not.
Mm-hmm.
And
We-
refuses to.
Yeah, but we had it working Friday. No, we didn't.
No, just only ever as an out.
Fine. But there's 3 or 4 webcams in here. There's a audio board. There's yes, we never even turned the lights on. We didn't turn on the broadcast lights, which is fine. We didn't need them. They generate a lot of heat, even though they're LEDs. They warm up.
But we don't seem to need them. The video feeds are pretty bright. I
Yeah.
think that the light gray paint is making a big advantage, I think.
Yeah, it sucks that this room's paneled and you can see the lines, but
Well, I just did it on Tom, so you can't. Yours is a little trickier. And then I'm just a still image, so what do I matter?
Sometimes I think you're doing it on purpose, Vinny, because I think the last time you were still image too. I think you're camera shy.
No, last time Irene Tan was a still.
Oh, that's what it was.
And,
Irene Tan, yeah.
and
yeah.
we ordered more,
Conti was a test screen, was a test pattern.
and we ordered more cameras and we had them and one of them died today.
It didn't die. I don't think you guys. I think the.
It worked Friday.
There's only so many ways you could plug a USB in, Tom.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I think it's the computer itself running the show is overtaxed here.
It is. We maxed out what one laptop can do to produce a show like this. And
We need
Is
to get
there-
mine and then hit that
Why don't you
high
get-
performance mode. That sounds like a jet taking off.
Well, that probably has a high. Mine's always in high performance mode. But what isn't there? Maybe we should get a tower and an old
We gotta
fashioned
get a
desktop.
tower, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
that's
it's
what I
time.
thought.
it's time in a tower and 2 monitors so that, all the screens can be open at once
Mm-hmm.
and you can monitor on one. But this equipment costs enough.
I think we sound pretty good.
Yeah,
Like
audio's great. Well, people are saying it's too low on
it's
the
low,
streams.
but the quality is good.
The low on which stream? Not the
Facebook and YouTube. It's just like, we don't know how to make it any.
We've had that problem since day one.
There's got to be a setting somewhere.
Well, it's output volume is what it is. But I think you guys told me that OSB's got it jacked. So I mean, what
Even so, I wonder if it's, well, we'll workshop that.
maybe it's time to hire a real AV guy to come and set us up.
A real AV guy. Wow.
Wow, he is the A and I am the V. Wait a minute.
Yeah, Tom. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. Why don't you fix it, Tom?
No, because I don't have the skill set required to do that. I know, but I don't know how to do things. I don't do them.
If you saw what we built in here Friday and put together in OBS and all these cables and all these cameras.
Listen, I get it. You guys put a lot of time, effort into it. Definitely time, effort, and money. I get it. But
But you suck.
I didn't say that. You said, Vinny's, you're the one who alluded to that, not me.
Uh-huh.
Where are we at here?
We got about another 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're at lot
worth.
54 here. Some good 12 bottles, cases of wine going off here. Here's the ink grade coming up, 6 bottles.
Shane's talking about, taking it back to racing. Isle of Man TT race has been held since 1907. There have been 269 fatalities between races and practices for the race.
What kind of race is this? F1?
I think it's motorcycle.
Have you seen the F1 drivers as far as their reaction time goes and stuff? They had a basketball player and a F1 Formula 1 racing car guy, and the Formula 1 guy is like as fast as a cat.
Oh, what they test hand-eye coordination?
No, they had they had this. They did that too, but they had like 2 tennis balls. So one guy puts his hands on top, and the other guy has the tennis balls, and he catches them as he drops
Really?
them. Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah, it's a motorcycle race. I think I saw some old newsreel of like a Grand Prix in England where the car just went right off the track and like took everybody out in the crowd.
F1 driver reaction test? Is this okay? This is like a little.
Well, there's the other thing with the spots on the wall, and they have to hit them or whatever.
Oh, they're starting a timer and saying who can stop the timer closest to 5 seconds. On the iPhone.
But that's okay. But that doesn't. It's not reaction time. That's that requires other
Timing.
skills. Yeah.
Yeah. Reaction time training. Interesting. How fast are they going?
Wicked fast.
What's wicked fast?
200, 220.
I'm fascinated watching it, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's they go right by you. I was in Indianapolis Speedway when they had the Formula 1 cars there. I was one of the last guys that was allowed to play golf. So Indianapolis Speedway, there's a golf course that's around it, and then there's 3 holes that are actually in the infield. And that's how big it is too. People don't realize how big the racetrack is. So they used to open up. The time trials were on Fridays, and that was the last day they allowed golf. They wouldn't allow golf during the actual race.
Duh.
Well, it's even if you shank a ball, there's plenty of room. They're huge. The course is huge. The infield is huge. Well, they stopped allowing golf when any race cars are going by. I may have contributed to the reason why.
Come on.
I hit one on the track, man. They had this was when what's her name? Danica Patrick was doing F1 cars.
Okay.
And she qualified that day or whatever. But I'm pretty sure there's a Titleist Pro V1 that landed on that course. And if you hit a golf ball doing 200 miles an hour, it just goes through you like a bullet.
Oh, there's still golf there now. Yeah, they have a whole golf course.
Right, but they will not let you go. Yes, the course is still alive, but
Yeah.
they will not let you golf during when the
race.
racetrack's being.
Okay.
Sounds like the start of Final Destination 4.
Yeah. Man, that golf ball bounces when it hits that pavement. Let me tell you.
Wow, it is really big. I'm looking at it now.
There's 3 holes. It's an 18-hole course, legit, nice 18-hole course.
That
And
takes
there's-
up the whole length of the speedway.
Well, the 3 holes on the infield or in the inside of the
It's
course.
like a third of the course. It's like a third of the inside of the.
Yeah,
the
because
infield.
I think there's a grandstand there, and then there's like suites or owners' boxes or something. It's pretty cool.
Don't they let people bring RVs out there in the infield?
No,
No.
anymore.
Some
Not
places
that
do,
one,
I think.
but it's huge.
Wow, it's really big.
But you're just sitting there. It doesn't. It's just a blur. It's a color.
233 miles
Yeah.
an hour.
Yeah.
And they do it in downtown cities like in Europe. What is that all
Well, did you see the
about?
Formula One in Vegas? That was a shit show.
No.
They did Formula One in Vegas. They had the F1 racing in Vegas in it was just last year. And I don't think they're gonna ever do it again because it was awful. It was a shit show. Yeah, 2024 Las Vegas Grand Prix 2024 F1 race. So there's some really sweet shots of F1 cars going right down the boulevard.
Really?
Oh yeah, but there was, I think they had to get all the barriers and everything, and it was a lot of work, a lot of construction work.
Yeah, but at that speed, can't these cars go right up into the air?
So
Don't they
they're-
like
they're
flip
so-
and go airborne?
they're so low to the ground, they'll just smash into something.
They don't ever go airborne.
Ideally, not the crowd.
Right.
And did anybody get hurt?
I think they hit the wall, causing some damage to. Yeah, the one guy hit the wall, and then, but you're like, let's see if I got a picture of it.
Oh, somebody's car got out of the race because a drain hole cover popped up and hit it.
Yes, so that was part of the problem is that the Vegas roads are such shit that they were like, this is ridiculous. Because an F1 racetrack is impeccable. It's immaculate. The track and the asphalt, even the American speedways and everything. Then you're on the roads of Vegas. It's
Right.
There's just crap every. You don't realize how bad those roads are until you're doing 230 miles an
F1
hour.
cars go airborne all the time.
Yeah, but in Vegas they didn't. Maybe they had a net. Maybe
Yeah,
they had,
but if they're going down the strip and the car goes airborne, it's going to hop the barriers.
I'm not going to rely on a net to catch a car, a flying car.
Well, that's like why they had to put the nets at the hockey games.
above the glass. Yeah.
Yeah. I was there one time in a Whalers game, and boy, some kid got it right in the teeth. It was awful.
Oh.
Slap shot up into the stands and just, wow. It was horrible. This looks like fun. I mean, do you watch this for the crashes just like NASCAR?
No, they don't. They don't crash. They do crash, but it's not like NASCAR where they're.
Oh, so you're watching them, and they're not going in a circle, so it's a lot more
So
exciting.
the Europeans are not into car accidents like we are. They actually want to see the car complete the lap. But I'm watching the Vegas one. Here's the F1 cars on the Vegas street. It can't. If I had a TV, I could show you. But they have the barriers, a high fence. Vinny could see, and then
They actually they put more thought into it than you and I are imagining.
Okay.
right, yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take a look.
yeah. But they have here's that new ball that they built. But this is Vegas. These are the streets of Vegas.
Right, but there's like metal fences.
Yeah,
It
there's
looks like
there's
there's
metal
fences that'll
fences.
catch the
There's
cars.
chain link fence. There's
Yeah,
the German Jersey barriers there. It's obviously the attorneys and the liability,
yeah.
the insurance companies wouldn't allow that, but anything less.
Man, Shane coming in with facts. Tom, you're talking IndyCar, not F1. One of the
This
cars
is
left a
F1.
manhole cover out of the pavement because of.
I'm watching the
aerodynamics.
F1 right now in Vegas.
They newly paved all the streets for that Grand Prix. Well, not
All
well
right.
enough.
Yeah, I'm watching F1 cars right here on my screen.
Fight!
Yeah, really.
Look at that.
These
Uh,
comments aren't real time, of course, so you could have been talking about something else. but-
Oh yeah, maybe.
The good news is we only have 8 more minutes worth of wine. Because we're down talking about something we know nothing about. I know nothing about F1 racing.
I like to watch it, but I don't know much about it. Hey, Silver Oak. We got some Silver Oak Napa Cabernet Sauvignon going up. 2013, 2014, 2018. 2014 must have been a good year. It's at high estimate.
Nice.
Let me see where we're at here. That was in there. Let me go back in here. We're still doing vintage ports.
We got some very interesting vintage ports that just came in. They'll be going up in June 1st. June 1st. A lot of stuff that was a clean out from like a New York City apartment. And I think there's some 70s and 60s stuff in there
Oh,
that
100%. And I haven't even really given it a cursory look.
that's where some of these Dusties came from.
Yeah, next auction June 1st, guys.
We are consigning now. I love the dust on this thing, but you're going to make us clean it to take photographs. I know it.
For the record, we use a wet or moist microfiber, no chemicals.
Moist.
Moist.
That's the grossest word.
People hate that. It
I don't
doesn't
mind
offend
it.
Me.
I'm
Doesn't
with you.
offend
I like moist.
You know what I'm more
But-
offended by? Damp.
Damn.
Damp.
No, there's another word. What's it? Not gang, yank, yonk, yonk. There's a couple words that go ooh, cringy.
I was called cringy earlier this week.
Yeah.
We know. We covered it at the top
You
of the
took
show.
that personally, that email. That wasn't. He was just saying the auction was cringy because it was expensive. It's like,
Yeah, right. You
Yeah,
did a
yeah.
good job.
we found a willing buyer. They paid. The seller is happy. That's kind of what we're supposed to be doing.
This is fun too because we've been telling people how to pay, and they're just going in, they're finding their invoice, they're paying. It's
Yeah, let me check.
like
Really?
it's going very well. Yeah.
Let me check most people figure it out. It's Good Bottle customers are smart. They figure it out pretty easily. Let me see.
Listen, folks, if I, a person who cannot set up a camera, can do it, you can do it too.
Can't set up a camera. Can't set up a feed out of the computer.
Wait a minute, that's going out. Well, might be a little laggy, but
But you know what, Vinny? When we break down, when we take this down,
I've been having nothing but breakdowns, Chief.
we're gonna take.
Vinny, I'm hard on you, but we do love you.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah,
you know-
look at all you did right.
I'm realizing the mix of booze, the downers, and 2 Mountain Dews. Probably not a great idea.
Well, you have to keep an even balance of stimulants and depressants throughout the day.
Well, I've abandoned my code red and I've moved back to just water and Tums.
Reset. It was
So
a
that-
natural reset.
That sherry really did it to you, huh?
I do not recommend, folks.
Added it with an Italian combo grinder and turned yourself into a human biome science experiment.
We need to have another weight loss challenge here at the CTFA Good Bottle Auction company here.
I don't have a lot left to lose, man.
Well, it's percentages, buddy. So it's well, fine. Then don't enter.
Whatever. Marcus is going to come in at the last minute and cheat again like he did last time.
You mean use his youth and physical fitness to destroy all of us by
Didn't he,
losing
like,
16 pounds?
Go into like a sauna at the last minute and just sweat it all
No,
out.
he did a treadmill and a rubber suit, I think.
Yeah, he cheated.
He weighed in dry and empty. But, I mean, it was like 28 days. I thought it was kicking ass. I lost like 14 pounds, and Marcus lost 16. But
Y'all did good.
we were going based on percentage of body weight, so it didn't matter how many pounds you lost. How much did you lose, Tom?
I lost quite a bit. I hit 219. That was the lowest I was. I'm back up after my birthday week. I'm back up to 236.
What?
I'm 17 pounds heavier than I was back in October.
Wow.
Where are you
Yeah.
at? You do not look
Put 17 pounds
36.
on?
It's all.
Really?
Yeah, it's a cheesecake. It's all birthday. They hand you chocolate
Why are you
cheesecake.
eating cheesecake?
My birthday. The birthday people just you're like, oh, great. Yeah.
You don't turn down cheese.
Well, the key thing is I stop fasting in the morning. If I stop eating breakfast, that's all I did to lose weight back in October. Was I just would I'd do an 18-hour fast like every day.
Sure.
I eat between noon and 6 p.m.
It's kind of what I do naturally.
Right. That's how. Right.
Well, I've moved into that. So, but I was going so hard because I'm doing a first of the year challenge, with some of my family members, and I think I don't know what I totally lost so far. I should check.
All right, Shane's coming in for you. Danica Patrick never raced F1. She raced IndyCar.
Okay,
F1 has only
So
raced
that
in
was when
Indianapolis
Danica
once.
did Indy cars in Indianapolis. She qualified. She was the first female to qualify Indy cars or something like that.
All right. Girls, you're both pretty. No more arguing.
So I'm down 10 pounds since New Year's,
Okay.
and I want to do another.
Oh, me too, actually.
You're down 10 pounds?
Yeah. 204 from 215.
Congratulations.
Yeah, trying to get to like 190.
So that's what I need. I need to get my beach body, pool body going here.
And are you drinking full sugar Mountain Dew?
Vinny.
I'm
is,
on the Mountain Dew diet.
Vinny's an anomaly as far as health and weight loss here.
So, hang on. You're losing weight drinking full sugar soda? What if you just switch that to diet?
No, they did a
What
study on
if
this.
I would be unstoppable?
Diet soda is almost worse. So you still gain weight with diet soda,
What?
but it's
I feel like you're full of fibs today, Tom.
no. They did. There was a study they did with drinking water, drinking diet soda, drinking full flavor soda, and the diet soda people still gain weight, mainly because of the
Interesting.
high fructose syrup.
That's true. They do switch out a lot of stuff to make up
Diet-
for.
Some research suggests that your brain reacts to artificial sweeteners like it does to sugary sweets. Ingesting them frequently may increase your desire for high-calorie foods, putting you at a greater risk of weight gain, according to the Cleveland Health Clinic.
So anyhow, lot 83 out of 85.
Almost done. You guys are troopers.
Verite, La Joie, red wine.
3 hours, 40 minutes, a little more than that. Almost
It's actually
4
quicker
hours.
than I expected.
Record time, we're at 3 hours and 47 minutes.
And I used up everything that I show prepped. It would be awesome if Tom did any show prep. We would have had even more material.
We didn't need material. We filled it. This is a self-serving show here.
Everything we talked about, I wrote down.
Yeah, I know you did, but good job.
I had links. I had
Pat in the back.
content. Come on. Got to get you to, think about it ahead of time at least.
That's a segment, tomfoolery.
Tomfoolery. All right, Tom. You know what? You don't even have to put anything together.
I'm the talent. I show up, I play the guitar,
I'm
and
the
that's
talent. I'm the talent.
I show up, I say my lines, I get paid, I go home.
it. Yeah.
Yell at the board op because the goddamn camera doesn't work.
I didn't yell one time. I sat here and twiddled my thumbs.
You knew what was happening.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's it.
That's an auction.
It's all over. Well,
Sold.
This was fun. Thank you to all 6 of you who were watching. We appreciate that.
Came and went.
Yeah. Well, all right. So maybe a good solid dozen, but it's also good practice.
We've had quite a few come and go, listeners.
We got like a couple hundred invoices to pump out. So
Yeah, we haven't looked at that aspect yet either. We're gonna invoices. Invoices are already there. If you're in
They're
your
present.
account, click on account and your profile, right tab to billing, and you'll see your invoice. I see all of you with the request for shipping.
Dang, already? Good.
Oh, there's 50, 40, 30 emails in my box here for shipping. So we'll get to you ASAP. It's Sunday, probably tomorrow. Life is good. We'll get those bottles out to you.
sweet. That was fun.
Definitely. Thank you, everybody.
Peace out.
Bye.